Good evening, party people. My name is Cameron, and welcome back to the bar with an X. This is not the theme for tonight. It just takes me a really long time to redraw things, and to have to take this all down and then put it all the way back up on Wednesday would just be too much work. Tonight, it's not about that. It's about you this evening. Tonight, we're workshopping cocktail ideas, more or less whatever you want them to be. I can see Brad out there already, the mixology mix show. Monsieur Mix is out there cheersing us all the way. I've got my water so far, but we'll be proceeding into some fun places. You did a great job of your backdrop posters. If only they were posters. These are all hand-drawn, my friend. It's all temporary wallpaper, though. You can buy blackboard temporary wallpaper, and when you're done with it, you can just rip it off the wall. But this has not been very temporary. This has been more or less permanent. I have no idea what the wall looks like behind here, and I'm just hoping that it's the same shade of off-white that the apartment came in, or else I guess I'm gonna have to be repainting this apartment before we leave. So tonight's idea is we finished Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Door. We got all 7 of the crystal stars. You can see them all drawn on the board behind me. So we're not due for a cocktail stream until Wednesday. We try to keep to a schedule around here. Wednesday, my dudes, are the time to play with cocktails and stuff. But we can do that this evening too. The idea here is to just merely throw out some ideas. The idea is, currently the way that I usually work, or at least the way that I've been working, is I have this long-running list of video games, whether there'll be like big playthroughs, small playthroughs, otherwise some notes about the characters in those games, the lore that's present in those games, the locations and whatnot present in these games, and I kind of want to see what's on your mind, because I've only played a super small sliver of the video games that are out there. And the only way to become a better mixologist is to make more cocktails. The only way to become a better gamer is to branch out and explore different genres and stuff. And honestly, my fingers could use the workout. So, for the controller, I mean, or even keyboard and mouse. I've never played a really heavy, like, keyboard intense games. But those ones where you can click the hot pad 1, 2, 3, 4s and otherwise for abilities and stuff, like Risk of Rain, I played one of those. I think it was Warcraft, dudes. Anyways, Brad's saying you can just chalk it off-white before you leave. I could do the chalk, and then they'll never even know. They'll go to the wall and they'll be like, oh, did they modify this? And they'll, I don't know, do the finger lick test or something, and then realize that it comes right off. I mean, they'll probably get the idea, because there's a bunch of, the floor is equally stained white from all the chalk and stuff. So let's jump right into it. So everybody here, at least on the Twitch side, has the opportunity to use the _! Suggest, which will not actually go to where I'm showcasing this evening. This just sends me a Discord message. That way I won't know, I won't forget about it. It'll tell me the time, it'll tell me who said it, and when. And then I can go back, and when somebody suggests something weird, I can go back and be like, it was this guy, it was that guy who said it, and I can pinpoint exactly where it was. Instead, though, to make it easier on everybody, I thought it would make it a little more interactive. So here comes the cocktail angle. It's not actually the cocktail angle. Instead, I've just got a Google Doc. Which apparently doesn't have a dark mode. I was really pissed off about that. I can't turn this on to dark mode. So this is just how it is. So I've got I got my keyboard over here. I should really remove this from the duct tape I've got. On a short break it works is Imi Chow, but I figured I'd say hi. What a pleasure, Imi Chow. Thank you. For those of you who don't know, Imi Chow is also a fellow ex-bartender. She comes by here and she utilizes the bar with an X for, her words, not mine, cocktail monstrosities. Now, I don't think they're monstrosities. If they're monstrosities, I would argue that they're barely even, is it edible? Is it still edible if it's drinking, or is that just like ingestible? So, I'm all for ideas this evening. I'm trying to, sorry, I was trying to unsheath my laptop computer keyboard so that I can actually bring it up onto the bar. Request received, what was that one? It's coffee and green chartreuse. I'm so curious. What was that? Not Vigigame, but coffee and green chartreuse. That's a good combo. It works. It does work, and that means I should have just gotten a direct message somewhere. My keyboard is stuck. No, it's not. No, it's not. There we go. No, it's not. Heyo. Got my keyboard. I can actually type things now. Potable is the word. Potable, it seems. Potable indeed, as opposed to like ingestible and otherwise. Well, I'm honestly, so we can think about that for a second. Actually, what am I doing? I just noticed the keyboard was actually not what I needed here. It was I actually have my eye. I get so tongue-tied and twisted. It's not the keyboard. It's this iPad. This iPad is hooked up to it. Look, there it is. Here it comes. Here it comes. or at least I'm trying to. Hi, it's me on the iPad on Google Docs. That's me. I'm Cameron Cow. The X is missing, but who really cares? So this is kind of what we have in mind here. Whether it be a video game, character, or otherwise, let's go for it. What do we got out there? Have we got any ideas or otherwise? I know Brad already said green chartreuse and coffee. Let's start from there, actually. If I were to try to do something with this green chartreuse and coffee, it could go in a number of different directions. So my recent experimentations with coffee have involved actually just kind of straining things, either taking a cocktail and putting it over coffee. I actually tried it was a pour over Manhattan by Cocktail Chemistry. I think it was on stream last week or so, and the flavor there was just absolutely incredible. It was so potently coffee compared to the original Manhattan. I was like blown away by the difference. Was it the best thing I've ever tasted? No, not really, but I guess it depends on what kind of grounds you use, because there's a lot of science apparently with your coffee, whether it be fine ground, coarse ground, how much you use, how long you let it sit for. There's the science of how long it takes to pull an espresso shot, which I don't really know anything about. I haven't done a lot of lattes in my life. Side-by-side Manhattans, baby. Oh, all the time. Side-by-side Manhattans. That's a great way to compare things. You take a drink that you're already familiar with and you modify it in some way. I've been going through... Ooh, actually, I've been reading these like a freaking Bible. This is one of the 3 books that I have in the collection. The Cocktail Codex basically says that more or less every single cocktail out there is one. It's basically the Cocktail Codex says, by the people who ran Death & Co., a famous bar in New York, that pretty much every cocktail is a part of some lineage that stems from either the martini, oh my god, I'm blanking on it. It's in the book though. It's the martini, it's the sidecar, it's the daiquiri, it's the whiskey highball, it's the flip, and then the first one in the book, the old fashioned. How can I forget about the old fashioned? And there's a lot of good info in here, and I've only gotten through the old fashioned chapter so far and a little bit of the martini chapter, but I haven't gotten much farther than that yet. Also, if you want to watch Greg almost die, he does a Manhattan Matrix, which was an incredible drunken mistake. I remember the drunken Matrix episode. That was impressive. I've actually seen some other cocktail creator out there. She made a game out of it. You know that Categories game on the New York Times? I think it's just called Categories. But they're all cocktails, and you have to, I guess, pick which 4 are in the same category. I want it. Her handle used to be Spirited LA, and I think her name is Monica Chapman, if I'm correct in saying. But this is me on a Google Doc. So let's go through this. Let's see. I'll just work with some things that I've already thought of already. I have a list otherwise, but I'm trying to branch out and do some other things. I already know what we're playing around here, and I already have ideas that we've been creating around here. But let's just play with some new stuff. What else we have? I play the heck out of, the Categories game, obviously. I don't know if I want to play New York Times games. I mean, like, honestly, if you had to do a Wordle cocktail, what would you do with that? I don't even know what you would do with that. I feel like if I had to do a Wordle cocktail, I'd be inspired by the colors that appear on the screen. Like, okay, Wordle. What do we know about Wordle? It's like you can, I think there were yellow blocks in it. Yellow blocks or green blocks. I'm already getting like heavy chartreuse vibes. I think that's how you Wordled, right? And I know there's so many different iterations of Wordle out there. Is that even a thing anymore? New York Times, Wordle, that's the one. Yeah, it's the yellow squares and the green squares. And if you take the yellow squares and the green scales and you put them together, I think of yellow and green chartreuse. Like, you get it, you do a cocktail that uses the both of them. Yellow blocks and green blocks. I don't know, use both chartreuses or something. That'd be a wild idea. Use both chartreuses or something. Who knows, really? 5 ingredients for 5 letters. Letter, word, and so on. There we go. Yellow blocks, green blocks. That's a good idea. 5 letters. Whoa, I didn't know I could make the long dash. Whoa, look at those long dashes. I didn't know I could do that in Google Docs. 5 letters, 5 ingredients. We've already got 2 of them down. It's yellow and green chartreuse. Where would you go with that? It could be like a riff on a last word, and except of using one of the chartreuses, you just use both of them instead. That would be interesting. How long of a Wordle can you get? I think 5. I think that is the de facto. It's 5 letters. I mean, you could keep going longer. You get 6 chances to guess a 5-letter word. Now the question here is, does it involve, do you count any of the garnishes and stuff as ingredients? Because there are some cocktail competitions that specifically say that. Exclamation point suggest. Oh, evidently, if you use exclamation point suggest with nothing after it, it still sends a message. I had no idea about that. Let me close out Discord here so I can actually get those messages directly. The notifications will come through eventually. Eventually they'll come through. I mean, I made Setacordal forever ago, just 16 words and 21 guesses. Garnishes are ingredients. I would consider that to be the case. Oh, I have my drink requests over here. And I realized that the body of Anna's response was just blank. Yeah, the request is just nothing. Nice, Disney Queen. I'm gonna have to patch that out. That's a bug. That's a bug. I need an explanation for technology. No, it's okay. You can't be blamed for that. You must blame the programmer. I'm the programmer in this case. All this bot stuff has been heavily modified by myself. So like Wordle is a game, right? I was trying to think, there are some games from my childhood that I want to go back and actually play stuff with. So let me just like populate this list with a couple of different like stuff. I think I have Markdown turned on. Is that a thing? I thought I had Markdown specified on here. There's a way to go on here and change. There's an at, but no, I don't want to at people. I can at Glenn on here. Why is that? Heading number 2. And I can put out video game ideas. No like, do I suggest and then add stuff? Putt goes to the bar. Putt's a good idea. You can just say anything you want to, Disney Queen. You can throw out a video game name. You can throw out a character from a video game. You could share a personal experience you had where a video game ruined your life, and we'll make a drink off of that so you can literally drink the sorrows away. Drink the pain away. The world is more or less your oyster. This is an embarrassingly blank list so far. Kingdom Hearts evening, what is a heartless? What is a heartless? What is a heartless cocktail? Yeah, actually, because we have this as an option, there are some creators out there who have already made heartless cocktails. Because I've researched this one before, actually. Let me see. What else do we have over here? We do heartless cocktail. What do we got over here? Maybe I do need this. I need this keyboard. Come up here. There we go. Got the key. Got the keyhole and the key whatever you got. Heartless cocktail. What do we got over here? Recipes? I know I saw one. Excuse me. Wow. Which one is this guy? I thought I did. Ah, it was the experience bar. Is this guy? I want to see how the keyblades ended up. Ooh, like a drink for each keyblade? That's a cool idea. Are you loading, page? Excuse me. Oh, the page isn't loading. Wow. Interesting. That's taking a hot minute. Wow. That used to load before. I guess it just isn't anymore. Alrighty then. Well, the experience bar, they've got some cool cocktails up there. What is a Lance Bass? Lance Bass is the voice of Sephiroth as a cocktail. Dude, I love it. Kingdom Hearts. We have Kingdom Hearts as a suggestion now. You could do drinks for each keyblade. There's a lot of keyblades, are there not? Drinks for each keyblades. You could do a drink for every time Goofy has feigned his death, which I think was just the one time. But I could be wrong. What if we do Mortal Cocktail? So Mortal Kombat? Mortal Kombat's an option. Mortal Kombat. I've never played Mortal Kombat. I have not been much into fighting games. We got Mortal Kombat. Mortal Cocktail? Cocktail? Did I spell that right? Cocktail with a C. Whoop! And there we go. Tail. That was Emi Chow's idea. Who suggested the Keyblades? The Keyblades such a good option. And then Lance Bass is the voice of Sephiroth, like as a cocktail. I'm just copy and pasting that. So many things. Come down here. There we go. Oh my goodness, that pasted weird. I'm keeping it. I bet a noob sailboat is good. What is a noob? There's a noob sailboat. I want to see how the keyblade is. Oh, it's Emi-chan who talked about the keyblades. Where's like, what is a heartless? A heartless cocktail. I like that too. the Heartless cocktail. Oh no, it completely messed up my formatting. Ew. Ew. I hate that. Text color, just black, please. Highlighter. Oh, where'd it go? Come back. Come back. Command all. I don't really, just no color. No, oh, okay. And the text should be black. There we go. I think I fixed it. I think we fixed it all. Noob Sail is a Mortal Kombat thing. Is it really? The Noob Sailboat. Noob Sailboat. Sailboat or Sailbot? Sailbot? I have no idea what that is. So this is actually a little bit of how my process usually works. If I have no idea where to go with something, I just Google it. Mortal, was it Noob Sailboat? Noob Sailbot. Mortal Kombat 11. The Noob Sailbot. Noob Saibot. Noob Saibot. I misspelled that. Can't read. Saibot. Who's a, okay, the foes. The Fire God. Brother is Sub-Zero brother. Noob Saibot is Sub-Zero brother. This is according to Google. Boone Saibot, Tobias Boone, Ed Boone, John Tobias were the creators of MK. Oh, okay. Interesting. So Ed Boone. So Boone Saibot, Tobias Boone. Saibot. Interesting. So those are the creators. How did Sub-Zero become Noob Saibot? Oh, there's a transformation here. Okay, so my notes on that would be that Sub-Zero becomes Noob Saibot, at least according to the Google on the internet. They got a whole wikis page too. Use that bottle of Suze you got recently for a Genshin Impact? Oh, it's such a good idea. Noob was more than awesome. Don't forget to at people. At people. If I wind up taking any of these suggestions and putting them in the cocktails, I'm gonna try my best to make sure everybody gets the credit that they deserve on this. The Keyblades, that was Imi Chow. That was great. This one was me. That was my idea. Lance Bath is MTA. You're being abbreviated. I love the idea there. What was that? Genshin Impact? Genshin Impact? I freaking love puns. That's such a good idea. Wowza. Genshin. I can't type like that. Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact. Oh, we can't see the screen. Hold up a second. Let's go down here. There we go. Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact. I can't spell anything around here. Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact. Use the Suze. Use the Suze. That's an awesome idea. And that was Imi Chow. Wow, all in bold there too. I do kind of love the idea of this video game sounds like this cocktail ingredient, so here you go. Dude, there are so many different ways. It would not be the first time that I've done something like that. For example, the Paper Mario cocktail is literally a paper plane. It's been slightly modified. Slightly modified. Totally based on the name alone. Sometimes that's just where it comes from. And somebody, I think I was sharing that with somebody, and they were like, oh, Paper Mario. You ever hear of the paper plane before? And I was like, yeah. I've heard of the paper plane. Of course I have. So actually, now that I think about it, what are some other things, what are some other games that sound like bottle? I love that idea. That's a great idea. Let's grab I don't know. Let's go with this. I'm grabbing a random bottle, and this is Fernet Branca. So now we're playing the game of what sounds like Fernet or Branca to create a cocktail off of. The Orangina of Time. Kid. I love that. The Orange of Time, the Orangina of Time. So that's the Ocarina of Time, at least if I'm translating correctly. So we got a whole Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, the Orangina of Time. That's going to Kid on that one. Tequila Blanca, Falcon Punch. There we go. Got some good ones. By the way, I can only type so fast. So in case I wind up missing anything, if you think that I miss anything that you say, you can use !suggest and it will beam a message and I will be able to catch up on everything around there. Fernet Blanca. Blanca is a Street Fighter drink. Oh, is it really? Is Blanca another Street Fighter character? Let me Google that one. Blanca, Street Fighter. Street Fighter! Oh, that's the green guy! There's multiple green guys, but this is one of them. Wow, that's a bombastic character. What a beautiful mane. My goodness. I'm getting like, got like the ginger vibes there, or maybe it's like a ginger drink. All right, let's pop this on there. I don't know what the keyboard shortcuts are. I'm not a Mac user. I'm not an iPad user. But we had Street Fighter. The character's name is Blanca, which is a character. And there was, I saw kids saying Tequila Blanca. Tequila Blanca. At Kid Sandan. And then we had Fernet Blanca. Fernet Blanca. That was more than awesome. Dude, I love these. Then we had Falcon Punch. I'm gonna put that in general, like, I don't know, Nintendo or something. We got... So that's technically F-Zero. Let's just do F-Zero. I've never played F-Zero. Smash Brothers? I'll do F-Zero, because I don't know if I specifically play Smash Brothers. Falcon Punch. Punch. It's a punch, dog. It's a punch, dog. Orangina at a time, a Fernet Blanca, Sky Rum, Fernet and Green, and something. Was that for the Blanca? We go. There we go. Fernet Blanca. Let's dive into that. He's got red hair and a beard that is also red. His skin is also green. Fernet Blanca, green chartreuse, maybe Midori, which is a melon liqueur. This is legitimately, this is the green stuff. That's the green stuff there. What was that other one? It was Fernet Green and like something. I was thinking like ginger. I don't know if that's a good thing. Are we allowed to call people with red hair gingers anymore? Is that not a cool thing? Is that not a cool thing? I don't know. Ginger liqueur or ginger powder or ginger syrup or ginger beer. There's a lot there. I could see that as a really cool green looking highball thing. We got Sky Rum. Okay. Oh, yeah. We got some. I like that idea. Let's go with that. We got style there. Let's scroll down a little bit. I got too many screens around here. I'm already on another page. Look at that. Skyrim. Skyrum. Nope, don't correct me. Skyrum. It's got rum and it's cold. I like that idea for a small cold drink. Cold drink. Picachulada, like a pina colada. Skyrim was Kid. At Kid. That's what you're getting. You're getting called Kid. Elderflower. The Elderflower Scrolls. I love it. That was Imi Chow. The Elderflower Scrolls. That was Imi Chow. Dude, evidently Elderflower liqueur is considered like just the everything. It's like the salt of libations. You can add that shit to anything and it just tastes good. I see acouplecooks.com. The Fernet Sour Cocktails. That's a cool thing. Starfruit for Star Fox, a classic. Starfruit for Star Fox. Arrow to the Knee, a heavily garnished drink. Could be a bee's knees too. An arrow to the bee's knees. Brad, I'm gonna give you that one. El Diablo 2. Isn't that... Diablo 2 is a game, just El Diablo. I wonder if the El Diablo is a cocktail. I love that. And the Pikachu-lada. So we got Pokemon. Pokemon's a huge category. Let me put that a bigger heading. Pokemon. Pokemon, gotta drink your Pikachus. Pikachu? Pikachu-lada? Not a lady. Lada. Lada dee, lada do, lada dum. Lada dee, lada do. Kirbyvasser! Like Kirschwasser. That's this stuff. If we say spirits, I'm just gonna wind up pulling them out. There we go. Here's Kirschwasser. This is cherry brandy. This is a cherry eau de vie. Actually, I don't even know if you call it an eau de vie. I think eau de vie might be a little more specific. I'm learning more about more spirits and stuff every day. Pikachu Lotto, that was Kid. And then we had the Pokemon night. Be fancy, like be a fancy versus discount night, so we can include Pal World. What about Pokemon slash Pal World? What even is one versus the other anymore? All right, let me pop in this Kirby thing here because I do not want to forget about Kirby Vosser. Kirby Vosser, like Kirsch. That was Imi Chow on that one. Great. Very cool. Keep these ideas coming, y'all. I love this. This is doing all the hard work for me. No, just kidding. I wouldn't have thought of any of this stuff. I swear, the amount of time that it takes me to try to come up with like a base, like what the heck I need to put into stuff, it takes anywhere between like an instant, like it kind of did for the Paper Mario cocktail, to something completely different. There was an idea that popped in my head. I think it was like Pirates of the Caribbean or something. And I was like, pirates like rum, but they also like the sea. So let's just make a drink that tastes like dirty seawater. And I'll get like sandalwood. I don't know how to drink the flavor of sandalwood, but if you can smell sandalwood in a candle, you can absolutely drink the flavor of sandalwood. I have no idea how to create that. You would just put like sand in a bottle and just like shake it up a little bit and then just strain it out. We get like the essence of shells and like shrimp shit and like the water and salt and something. It's like, it's briny. I don't know. That was wild stuff. Grey Goose versus that plastic bottle stuff. Oh, so I see what you mean there. I see what Brad means there. It's like a Pokemon versus Pal World. I mean, I don't know. Actually, I'm scrapping that one. I feel like Pal World I have not played yet, but apparently there's some good stuff there. It seems like a solid game. I'm down to play that at some point. What's what you got here? The Mai Tai Night, like Meta Night, like Meta Night. Mai Tai Night. Meta Nights. Nice one, kid. Are you Googling these? Are you cheating? Y'all better not be cheating out there. Actually, who am I to tell you not to cheat? I'm not your father. It's a solid game. Yeah, and I've been seeing, I don't know, somebody out there on the interwebs is just like, and Pokemon can't sue them because of the laws of Japan or something. And I'm not a lawyer, so I have no freaking clue any of the validity of any of this stuff. I have no freaking idea. But if it's a good game, then we might as well download it while we can so that when they remove it from the Steam store, we have it. We buy it. Isn't it on like the is it on Switch? I think it's on Switch already. I could be wrong about that. That might have just been like a fake thing that I saw. Something like that. So far, what have we got? I realize that my screen is different than what your screen looks like, so by all means, if I'm not looking at if I'm not typing in the right place, please let me know. So far, starting from the top, we had Wordle, Kingdom Hearts drinks for the Keyblades, a drink for every time Goofy feigned his death. I didn't write death in there. That's what I meant. Lance Bass. Who's a Sephiroth? The One-Winged Angel needs a drink. I learned about Mortal Cocktail, Noob Saibot, some transformation. We had Street Fighter on there. Blanca. Fernet Blanca. I love that idea. The Orangina of Time. That's Kid. That's Kid. It's not me. It's not me. And you got Kirby and this other stuff too. Kirby Vosser. I like that idea. And Sky Rum. The Elder Flower Scrolls. Or like Elderberry. I've never had anything flavored with elderberry before, aside from like elderberry tea and like elderberry gummies for like immune support and whatnot. You know, Palomutena, like Palutena from Kid Icarus and a Paloma. A Palomatina. A Palomatima. Nice. Nice. I love that. A Paloma, for those of you who don't know, is a grapefruit-based cocktail. And I don't do enough with Paloma. It was actually the Brown Derby cocktail that got me familiar with how to use grapefruit juice, and when done well, oh, it's so good. Palutena. Paloma. Palomatina. I think of Paloma. I think of Palutena's name, and I think of that one ship The Lusitania or something like that. That was great. Kid. Falcon Punch should go in the Super Smash category. If we were doing Smash Brothers character, I'm going to keep it sectioned by game if I even know what the game is. The Grey Goose Game. Oh, it's literally just, it's Goose Game, right? It's just the Grey Goose Game cocktail is literally just a shot of Grey Goose. That's all it is. And I think that perfectly aligns with the theme of the game. Or instead of it just being a shot of Grey Goose, it's a shot of Grey Goose with like something else in it. I don't know, cream on top or cream on the bottom because like geese are white. I guess. I'll take that as a shooter. I love that. I like that idea though. Where are my things? Where are my things? There's a button on here that allows me to put a little... Oh my god. I need to... Oh man, I don't have the thing anymore. I have a little quick action bar here in OBS to allow me to put like stream markers and stuff, but I don't see the stream marker option on here. My gosh. Mojito mask. I'm gonna put some like miscellaneous stuff on the bottom here that I just can't categorize. Grey Goose Game. Goose Game. That was kid. I saw, what was it, Legend of Zelda? I know Majora's Mask is its own thing. Mojito Mask. Majora's Mask. Or like the Marjoram Mask, where it uses just straight up mustard. We got honk, dude. You have to honk. Garnish it with a party kazoo. Just with a kazoo. You know what? Something that honks. Garnish with a kazoo. No other context needed. I'll just garnish it with a knife. Doesn't that thing wield a knife in that game? That's Immy. Immy's got that one. You have to honk. You gotta do the honk. Goose Game. You have to take the shot, and when you take the shot, you have to honk. After taking the shot, it's a shooter. You have to honk. You have to do the honkage. Boulevardier's Gate. The Boulevardier Gate 3. I love these puns. That was Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate 3. Boulevardier's Gate 3. 3 games and otherwise. That was also kid. What was I doing? I know what I was doing. Gotta go. Keep up with the good work, y'all. Oh, Amy Cho, you've left like a dozen suggestions here. You have more than made your contributions. I'm gonna try to see where this marker thing went, because I like to mark the good moments of these streams. Where is it, dog? It's just not in my OBS settings. My little OBS docs, which continue to change themselves. Where's the button, dog? Where's the thingy? Stream, edit, no, add stream marker. Add stream marker. That's the button. There we go. It's been added. Great. Now I can do stream markers. That's exactly what I was hoping to do. There we go. There we go. Go to the bottom. Click the button. Stream marker added. There we go. There we go. Now it's actually working. Well, that's good. Because otherwise, I do often go back through these streams to listen to ideas and things that happen and whatnot. I swear that y'all aren't the only people watching the VODs. I'm also watching the VODs. All right, cool. So where we found ourselves, we got more things in there. I like these. I like where we're going with these pun things. So sometimes it's the name alone that will give me an idea, and sometimes it's the some aspect about either the game itself or a character from the game that allows me to kind of come up with an idea, or I just kind of search on the internet and see what other people are doing, and then just blatantly copy them, obviously, which I've never done. I don't copy people. I try not to. If I know, actually, for realsies though, if I find that some recipe that I'm creating has already been done out there by another name, I don't really feel comfortable taking the recipe from it. I mean, to be fair, you could swap out a single thing of it, and it's kind of like swapping out a line in somebody's code or like homework or whatever, and you can totally pass it. But in the case of like a cocktail, like that could significantly change the taste of a drink if you swap out, let's say, a whiskey with a gin, or depending on the gin that you use, or depending on the bottle that you use, the actual distillery or the manufacturer, the bottler can make a difference in what that drink winds up tasting like. That's why Manhattans and stuff are hotly debated, whether you have to use like a rye whiskey or otherwise, but to each their own. There have been ways to make it balance otherwise. Spider Manhattan. Ooh! Anything with man in it. Spider-Man Hatton. it's even better because Spider-Man in New York City, Spider-Manhattan. Something about a Manhattan. We could say like it's got to do with like the Big Apple, because like New York is considered the Big Apple. So perhaps we make it an Apple Manhattan because of the Big Apple, the biggest apple. Or maybe we find like an apple eau de vie or an apple brandy. Oh, we have an apple brandy. An apple brandy. Where's my Laird's? I just bought a bottle of Laird's the other day. Where are you, buddy? I think it's in my closet. I think Laird's is in the extended bottle cabinet. It's off over there. But it's a apple. It's supposed to be an Applejack. I don't know if it still adheres to the Applejack where you actually get the distilled alcohol level from jacking the apple like cider, and exactly what jacking means in that context I'm not so sure. So I kind of want to, what do they mean? What is apple jacking? Not apple jacks. How to make applejack? The process: freezing the cider mixture and removing the ice, the frozen water, which increases the alcohol content. That's called jacking. Consumption. I don't have anything. I have water. I haven't been drinking anything today. Let's do something. Let me grab a bottle of something. What's something weird? What do we want to try to make a cocktail about? What's a bottle I haven't really cracked open yet? I'm looking at my odd liquors cabinet. My odd liquors. Honestly, we were just talking about the Suze. I haven't tried the Suze on its own. I'm gonna pour myself a little cordial of Suze. We'll try a little bit of that. Suze, for those who don't know, is a gentian-flavored liqueur. Bitter elabora a partir de gentiana sauvage. I don't speak French, but it says pricks on it. P-R-I-X. It's calling me a bad word. But Suze is made with, I think, a variety of different botanicals, but it is most notably distilled of gentian roots, and the aromatic bouquet blend give it a characteristic bittersweet taste and unique personality. Goes in a white Negroni or a Suze tonic. Let's do a Suze tonic. Let's do that. We can make a Suze tonic. I've never done a Suze tonic before. Hey, give me a recipe right on the back. Serve over ice. Let's do that. Let's make ourselves a Suze tonic. What are the ideas that we have out there? Get a small little glass. I'm just going to grab a couple of little ice cubes, and we're going to put 1 part Suze and 2 parts tonic water. Got a great number of those things. A small little ice cubes. Small little ice cubes, please. Not the annoying ones. You can also do it over ice. You know what? I'm gonna do it over an ice cube. I'm gonna do it over an ice ball. I'm gonna do one of these. I want a big glass. A big glass for the big boy. I love me some Suze as well. Oh, that's good. I only just recently got this bottle, so we're just gonna make ourselves a very quick Suze and tonic. I have this more or less clear ice ball. Look at this. It's more or less clear, and I think I just cracked it. Yep, I just cracked it by dropping it into my glass. Oh, I love it. We're doing 1 part. I usually do my bases in ounces, so 1 ounce or about 30 milliliters of your Suze. And then this will be my consumption. This will be getting you back for the consumption. That is such a beautiful yellow color. My goodness. It even smells bitter, and I don't really know how else to describe that. We got Mario's Caipirinha from the Super Mario Odyssey. Actually, I already have a cocktail that works with that there, kid. Get some tonic water. Get some okay tonic water. I got this guy. Great value. Contains quinine. Quinine tonic water. 2 ounces on top of that. I've created a cocktail already called the Caipirinha plant, and it is a Midori-based caipirinha that has been garnished with a little strawberry and some white chocolate that it's been dotted with on a stick. On a stick. That's actually a pretty damn good thing. A caipirinha is essentially lime wedges muddled in a glass with some cachaça, and I think that's pretty much the shtick. I might be missing something else there, but that's essentially a caipirinha. And you can make a caiprosca by replacing the cachaça with vodka instead. You just kind of muddle it over some lime. And you can also make, I learned about this. It was a cocktail that I learned on a podcast, and it's something like, it's another, I believe, a Brazilian cocktail. And it's not the caipirinha, it's something else completely, and it escapes me. Dark Soul and Stormy, that's a good one! Dark Souls and Stormy. I love that! Kid, you're on a... Kid, I have no idea how old you are. Because your name is misleading. But assuming that you're a kid at heart, then I love these ideas. You seem to speak with a world of experience. Classic Mario RPG probably has a lot with a Jin-O Whirl? Kind of a Malo thing. Yo! I love that! I love that! Jin-O Whirl. I actually, I kid you not, Brad. I was trying to think of Super Mario RPG drinks. And I wasn't able to come up with anything. Super Mario RPG. Jin-O Whirl. Awesome. Oh, I love that. That pretty much gives us absolutely nothing else to work with. It's just, it's gonna be a gin cocktail. Like, yeah, that it will be. Woo! Woo! I like that. That's a Suze tonic. 1 part Suze. That's the gentian liqueur. That's this guy. And some tonic water. 1 part to 2 parts. Ooh, I love that bitterness. It's also really sweet. That tonic water I used was really, really sweet, but that is just freaking delightful. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That actually makes me think gin and tonics are great, but now I want to do this because Suze is the answer to the white Negroni, as Campari is to the regular Negroni. So I wonder how just a Campari and tonic would taste. What the idea, though? Gin is good. Suze is also just a lovely bottle. It's so yellow. I like yellow stuff. Move this glass around here so I can put this in a proper location. It's a technological over here. All right, where else are we at here? Let's think of some other stuff. That tastes so good. Wow, it's not even that bitter. To be honest, it could be more bitter, but it's not. It's so good. Well, I'm getting myself distracted over here. What else have we got? Let's think. So we got a couple things on this list already. Some things, some like wormholes. Wormholes? Rabbit holes that we could go down. Now let me think about Kirby a bit more. I like Kirby games. One of my favorite Kirby games growing up was Kirby Air Ride. And I could totally see us doing a cocktail for each of the boards. There's a lot of boards in that game. So different Kirby Air Ride. The boards. All of them. And you know, now that I think about it, Kirby's got all these different abilities and stuff. Like Fire Kirby could have his own. Fire Kirby, Ice Kirby, Sword Kirby, all Kirby, Kirby, all the time. It's just all the Kirbys. And then you take all of the different ability Kirbys and you combine them all together. Let's also not mention the fact that there's 1,000 or something Pokemon. And if you tried to make 1,000 drinks, it would take a lifetime. And I think somebody did. There is a thread on Reddit somewhere of somebody who was trying to make a drink for every single Pokemon. And that, not to get a Legend of Zelda on you, is a very noble pursuit. I don't know if they've kept up with all the other ones. And a lot of them are just kind of like, I don't know. For me, there's some cocktails that are craft cocktails. And some that might not be. I don't know. To me, a craft cocktail is something that uses an ingredient in an interesting, like a selection of like classic spirit ingredients in either new and exciting ways or classic ways, but with a twist, right? So for me, I've tried like cocktails that use like, let's say varied, it's just different types of sodas and stuff, right? But to me, like a Jack and Coke, for example, is a highball cocktail. It's got Jack Daniels, some whiskey, and some Coca-Cola in it. Somebody once upon a time managed to take that flavor and put it together with another one, and that's it. And technically there's an infinite number of different, like, as they say, Mr. Potato Head ways that you could take a Jack and Coke and turn it into other things. You make it a cream soda and Jack, like a Jack and cream, which is a hilarious thing to say now that I say it out loud. Or, I don't know, a Mountain Dew and gin, or I saw somebody make Mountain Dew mead on the internet the other day. But I don't know. That feels almost too simple to me. But that doesn't mean that it's not, might mean that it's not my drink. It could be your drink. I know that there are like some combinations out there. I think one of them is cream soda and Fireball that's supposed to taste like a Cinnabon. I don't think it does. I've tried that before. Way too intense. There's an infinite number of different ways out there. And to be fair, I thought of Mountain Dew, And this Susan tonic looks like it looks like Mountain Dew. And it's beautiful. I cast Fireball. It's literally just I toss a shot of Fireball at the camera. There's got to be some kind of King DDD drink, like D Sorono and De Morara. Ooh, I see what you're on there. I see what you're going on there about. King D Marara D Sorono Sorono D Yee question mark. And I saw Kirby's Aviation too. TA Kirby's Aviation. Get it? Cause Kirby's Air Ride? Aviation? Kid. Fireball. I don't know. I think craft cocktails are anywhere that will serve me a Negroni and sub out the Campari for Chinar and know what I mean when I say, hey, give me a Chinar Negroni. I would say that's a craft cocktail bar. Yes, Fireball. Waddle Dee and Waddle Doo, just a shot and a chaser. Doo needs to have an olive or cherry for the eye. Ooh, yeah, that's the Waddle. Is that called a Waddle Doo? Those things with the beams and stuff? That's an idea. Waddle Dee and Waddle Doo. Shot and chaser? I like that idea. I've never done a cocktail like that before where you design your shot and you design your chaser as being complementary to each other. That could be a really cool one. I like that. I'll give it to you. You see, Kurt needs some kind of sugar. Oh, that was Imicho. Woof. Getting myself all macked up. Olives and cherries for the eyes. Imicho, olives and cherries for the eye on the dew. Brad says Curves needs some kind of super tomato drink. Great idea. Love that. Super Maxim tomato drink. It's literally just a squeezed potato. Say Life in Croydon saying, I'm here now. How many drinks are you at? Only one. Well, technically two. I've only made one so far, just a Susan tonic. The point tonight is to get ideas and stuff for the future. And right now we're talking about Kirby, but it could go in any direction. Maxim tomato, what do they call it? That's it. Don't give me the credit. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Kirby Panky. Like hanky panky? Like Kirby Panky? Kirby Panky. Somebody's gonna look through this document and be like, who's this kid person? What are you designing things for? Do you talk to kids? Or like the Hades Panky. Like the game Hades. That's an idea. I'm gonna pop that at the bottom. Hades Panky. Like the Hades game. Like the Hanky Panky cocktail. I think I tried a Hanky Panky once, maybe twice. No credit for Waddle, credit for Maters. I thought Emi Chad did the Waddle. I see the Waddle. Yeah, I got that. Prince Fluff from the Epic Yarn meets Foam. Ooh. Prince Yarn. I don't know much about the Epic Yarn game. I never played that one. Kirby's Epic Yarn. Give them the fluff. We talking like, what kind of fluff we mean there? Actually, now that I think about it, when you say fluff, what do you mean? Are we talking like a sweet cream foam like you'd see on coffee? Are we talking like a cocktail foam where it's kind of like bubbles, but it is infused with the air of a drink? Are we talking like cotton candy where we make our own like cotton candy thing? Or otherwise. You could also smoke it. You could smoke it. You could put it in a cocktail smoker. I don't know how you'd make like pink smoke. I don't know if that's a thing, but that's an interesting one. So I will say too, if we really want to dive deep into one of these, if we can get far enough down that right now we only have like kind of like vague, we've got a couple of like more specific ideas, but if we go down the hole enough, I like to be able to, if we want to, we can try to make a drink like right here and now with all the different tools available to us. I've got some fresh citrus, I've got some lemons, I got some limes, got some oranges, we can do some twists and otherwise a variety of tools here at the Bar with an X, including a lot of different stuff. Blue cotton candy garnish. Yes, dude, those are so good. I've seen one too many times where like a craft cocktail bar, maybe not one too many times. You can do it as many times as you want to, where they take the drink and they pour it over top of the cotton candy, and of course it's cool because as you pour it over the top of it, it just disappears. It melts away. Or if the garnish was the cotton candy, it just becomes a part of the drink after the fact, as opposed to the first way around. Gotta go to bed. School night. Get on out there, kids. Study well. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink and study. Don't drink at all. Do whatever you want to. I'm not your father. This is not your father's blue cotton candy. I don't know if you can make... Can you make cotton candy alcoholic? Alcoholic cotton candy? Not that that works, because cotton candy is just all... It's all thin solids all together. But I've seen alcoholic ice pops, and that's also solid, so I don't really know how they do that. Let's see if that's a thing. Alcoholic cotton candy. Alcoholic cotton candy. How to make spiked cotton candy. It's a thing! Oh, published January 9th during dry January? Shame on you, sugaring cloth. Shame on you. This is what I'm reading. I'll put it into the chat. Actually, I'll put it into the On Topic channel, because we've got people watching from all over the place. This is what I'm talking about. There we go. That's in there. That's in the Discord now. Yeah, apparently you can make alcoholic cotton candy. That sounds awesome. You can make it for adult parties, or if you want to indulge in grown-up fun, you can also make it sugar-free. What a genius idea. Oh, shout out to Rob. Go get him, Rob. How do you do it? Floss sugar in the flavor of your choice. Okay, hard liquor or liqueur. We used vodka. They just freaking spiked the cotton candy. That's all they did. What do? You have to do it. You have to mix it in a particular ratio. That makes sense. But how do you make it? You use a cotton candy maker. Oh, okay. You put it in the cotton candy maker. In a mixing bowl, put it all together. And then make the floss out of it.
Good job.
Oh my god. What? Okay, thanks. What is this? Ooh. I get an almond joy for doing a good job. That's good stuff. Anna has been momentarily interrupting anything that happens in my life with these little good job things, and I tend to stockpile them. Not almond joys though. I love almond joys. I have like 3 Kit Kats on my desk. That's my wife. I can't do coconut-based candies. That sucks, man. I love coconut. Unless you're allergic. In which case, it still sucks. Unless you just don't like it. In which case, I guess it's whatever your flavor preferences are. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't let me bully you. Don't let me bully you. I'm not a good bully. I'm not a good boy. It's the texture of hair. Yeah, it really is. It most definitely is. The cocktail angle got too hot. Oh man. Interesting. The cocktail angle just died. I love working with old technology. But like the taste and texture of hair. The taste texture of hair. No, I understand that. Let's see. I one time stepped on a... This is about to get gross. I stepped on a cicada one time and it looks like it had rice on the inside. I had trouble eating rice for the next, like, month. It was disgusting. For Hades, a version of the Adios Motherfucker cocktail that has pomegranate syrup and or spirit. Call it Good Riddance. Good Riddance. Solid. We basically have a whole Hades section now. Let me put that somewhere down here. If I do this, I can make another heading easily. Hades. Hades, Panky. That was by Kid. That was by Kid. And then we had the Good Riddance. Good Riddance. Riff on the Adios Motherfucker. Which I think is just a really, really boozy drink. Like a zombie. I could be wrong about that. Good one. Good one. What other ones we got on here? Let me think. Let me focus in on one of these. I'm going to pick one of these, and I kind of want to start playing around with it. I don't have any grapefruit juice. Otherwise, I go for that Paloma Tena with the Paloma, because I just like grapefruit juice, but I have absolutely none of that here at the bar. There's some other interesting ones. This Blanca one has the Fernet, chartreuse, maybe something green, a little bit of ginger. I don't have ginger. I would want to play around with ginger juice for that one. Because I have this ginger brandy. Let me grab this from down here. Ginger flavored brandy. And to be honest, it kind of sucks. I'm not a big fan of it. Jaquin's like liqueurs and stuff can sometimes be a little hit or miss, but this is ginger flavored brandy, and I feel like that might go well just because he's got like red hair and stuff. And to take the spiciness, the spicy rooty vegetalness of ginger and combine that with, in that case, it would have been Fernet Branca, which is already kind of bitter. So there's a spiciness to it and there's a bitterness to it. This ginger brandy to me is not spicy in the least bit. And actually, well, let's double confirm that because I tasted it one time and taste is subjective. Maybe now that I've had a little bit of coconut, it's going to taste a little bit different. I mean, like, to me, that's just the burn you get from alcohol. That's not really like a burn otherwise. Not a fan of that one. I have so many weird bottles that have no use except for, like, a bar spoon worth. Fernet happens to be one of those. People say that Fernet just has a super duper bitterness to it. It does not like to play nice in cocktails. And honestly, so the other day, when I was workshopping one of the cocktails that you'll see on Wednesday uses Kirschwasser or cherry brandy. And some places say that cherry brandy, the Kirsch especially, takes over like cocktails. But I think we managed to mix it in a way where it actually plays a nice supporting role while also being able to kind of like co-star in the show with another thing, another ingredient. That's the, you can't see it, it's off screen over here, but that's the Ruby Star. We'll be featuring some Kirschwasser on Wednesday. Fernet is amazing. Oh, Fernet is great. Do not get me wrong. I love Fernet, but I also really like bitter things. So bitter that people think it's disturbing. I'm the guy who eats the 100% dark chocolate because I like the way it tastes. I wish I had some lime juice to make a Fernet sour. I got some fresh limes over here for you, Brad. I don't usually have the fresh limes, but when you got stuff going on, you gotta use it. You gotta use it if you can. I'm really bad at keeping fresh ingredients on hand because I have trouble keeping track of shelf life. So oftentimes I will keep fruit here at the Bar with an X, and a lot of times it'll spoil because I just don't use it fast enough. Now, for your citruses, you can freeze your citrus, and it actually kind of helps you get a little bit more juice out of them because when water expands, it can break the cell walls inside of the citrus, like your limes, your lemons, your oranges, your otherwise. And then when you kind of de-thaw them, you can like, I don't know whether you put them in the microwave or not, but as they de-thaw, they actually get a bit more juicy. So you just de-thaw them as necessary if you want to cut them up into little slices and then put them into your freezer. That was a tip I saw on Instagram the other day, and I believe it. That would be good. But that's only if you're getting like juice. When you have actual citrus, oftentimes I'll keep it around because you want to use it as a garnish. There are oils inside of the peels of your limes, your lemons, and your otherwise that are excellent when squeezed over top of a drink and add a whole nother context to the drink as you go for it for the sip as it approaches your mouth and your nose. And completely change things up. And oftentimes I don't have that. So I kind of play it by ear. I think what I probably could do is take a bit of try to extract the oils and then put that into a spritzer, a little atomizer, so that at will you can play around with oil. But I don't know whether orange oil, like lemon oil or otherwise, goes weird. I don't really know. I've never tried that experiment before. You got Fernet and lime and green and simple. You can make a Fernet sour and start there with your Fernet Branca, with your Fernet Blanca. I believe we're talking about the Fernet Blanca. So it could be. Let's add that down as a thought, right? We got Fernet Branca to equal parts of Fernet Blanca, indeed. You could say it could be a riff. Where are we? Where's the Street Fighter? Where's my name tag? Where's my name tag? There you are. That was Street Fighter. Where is it? There you are. Could be a riff on a Fernet sour. It could be like a spicy Fernet sour if I had some actual ginger, but we could see how that goes, honestly. You said it was equal parts drink? We could try that. We'll see how that goes. Let's do a quick try of a Fernet Blanca. We're gonna go, what was it, equal parts. We'll go equal parts with the Fernet, the green chartreuse. What else do we have there? Lime juice and simple. And let's throw something else in. Let's throw a little something else in there, and we'll see where we can go with it. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a little drink. We're gonna build this together. Let's pop the cocktail angle off because it's not really working anyways. Let me pull this up and let's build this recipe together. And some ginger jalapeno or something. Let me go into our recipe over here and let's try to put this up together. We're trying to build a Fernet Blanca, and it is inspired. Can't spell. I cannot spell. Oh my god. Inspired by Street Fighter. And that contains, as a part of it, we're gonna dry, because we're gonna do a sour on this guy. We're gonna just do a shake and strain. I'm not gonna put an egg in this one. So we'll shake and strain this one. Try to garnish it with, I don't really know. I think it's some ancho reyes in there. We don't know what the proportions will be, but we're definitely gonna add Fernet Branca. We try to do some of this formatting over here. Fernet Branca, green chartreuse. We're gonna try, we had lime juice. We're gonna do simple syrup. I think I have some honey syrup. We'll probably they'll take what we got. And I think I want to add some ginger liqueur. Liqueur. I hate this. It's this keyboard that I have back here. I absolutely despise this keyboard. Or ancho reyes. Can we all see that? Can you see that recipe? I think we can. And if you use the sips command, you can just take it for yourself. Let's try that. Let's see what we can do with that. Let's make a cocktail. Let's make a thingy. Let's grab ourselves a shaking glass and just combine some things together. Honestly, let's just go crazy. We're just gonna combine all of it in equal parts together, and we're just gonna see where that goes. So the first thing that we're gonna need is some Fernet Branca. I think I'm gonna do this in half-ounce increments, because I feel like that's a nice place to start. Just so we're not, like, potentially overfilling a glass here. Let me grab myself some ice so we can get it started. Let's see where we're going with this. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, I've never actually played Street Fighter, or it was Mortal Kombat. It was one of the two. One of these two games. Which game would it be? I don't know. I actually don't play video games, like, ever. Like, I never play video games. I never played a single video game, he says very sarcastically. I only lie when I'm off screen. Could be real good. This feels like it's going to be a death flip scenario where it sounds like it makes no sense, but then it's okay. I think we can just call it like a Mad Yoshi or something. Well, one of the things that I really like about mixing things, even though we don't exactly know what's going on, is because there might be some interesting flavor combo that we experience as we're mixing it that we can take with us to another cocktail. There are, at least when I was doing this last round of cocktail creations for Paper Mario, there were some combos that I really didn't know what to do with. I couldn't wind up workshopping it the way that I really wanted to for this, and so they wound up going back to the drawing board. They'll come back eventually. I have those flavor components now. As you do mixology, as you taste things, you start to develop like a flavor dictionary in your brain and in your mouth and in your nose and stuff, and you just kind of see where things go from that. So what we're doing is we're doing a first attempt on a Fernet Blanca inspired by Street Fighter, where we're essentially just combining equal parts of Fernet Branca, green chartreuse, lime juice, simple syrup, so a little bit of ginger liqueur, and some ancho reyes liqueur to see what flavors pop out of this. More than likely, this is not going to be very, very good. Or it might be good, but it probably isn't going to be exactly what, it could be if it was workshopped a little bit better. I got my ancho reyes that I'm going to grab because it's just close by. This is a chili ancho liqueur, and it adds a spicy note. A slightly spicy and like downright pepper note. If you've ever had it, like a chili pepper rub on like a steak or something, it is peppery. Not sweet peppery, I'm talking like pepper. Like hot pepper. And I'm putting all the ingredients that we use right over here so we can all kind of follow along. I think we can see all that. Bring them out here. There's our Fernet, our chartreuse, our ancho. That flip is still one of the best dessert drinks I've had, and I don't do tequila. Well, We got to see, well, we had like life flash before our eyes or something like that. We at least got a glimpse of Australia. That's more so than I can say for myself on the regular. Let's also grab a lime so we can get some fresh lime juice. I'll grab some simple syrup. I don't have specific simple syrup, but I got some peppercorn syrup that's left over. Actually, while we're thinking of it, starfruit simple or peppercorn simple. We can use either one of those. And then I'll also grab our ginger brandy. I was thinking about doing the ginger. I don't even know if I want the ginger anymore. Now we're gonna do it anyways. Why not? We'll see what happens. It's mixology time, baby. That's what it's all about. Do a half an ounce. We're all doing half-ounce increments, all one part. This Fernet Blanca. Is it exactly what we're gonna keep with? I have no freaking clue. I have no idea. We're gonna try it anyways. We got a lime. Let me grab one of our simples. I'm gonna go with our starfruit simple because I've got plenty of it. Got plenty of it because I was doing a bunch of starfruit stuff for, yeah, you guessed it, Paper Mario. It's only in an old granddad bottle because I like to reuse bottles around here. It's a very good idea. So we're sweetening things up. And we're gonna add a little bit of sourness to that from our lime juice, and we're just gonna kind of see what happens. I'm gonna put this. We don't need to see the simple syrup bottle. It's just a bottle. Believe me when I say there's at least some type of simple syrup in there. Let's do less bite. Starfruit, less bite. I dig it. I dig it. Now let me get this lime and give it a little bit of a slice. I'm gonna kind of try to give it a little squeeze first. Just try to get some more juice out of there. This knife does nothing. I'm gonna use a different knife. I'm gonna use this knife so that I don't wind up cutting myself. There we go. A little bit of lime in there. A fresh lime juice. Get ourselves the squeezer. I love this thing. This is my nice squeezer. I thought I bought another one of it, but it was commandeered. Work that body. We were doing some shoulder squeezes. Oh yeah, dude. This is hard to do while you squeeze a lime. That's basically a half a lime. It's essentially half a lime's worth of juice. Half a lime's worth of juice, and I'm just gonna push the rest of it in there. This is how we squeeze our shoulders. At least we try to. This is why most bartenders get their workout by making 7 drinks in a minute. I get my workout by making 1 drink every hour and having exercise requests by the stream community. That's how I get my exercise. Do a character impression. So, this is my impression of the lime that I just squeezed into this glass. Thank you. That was my impression of the lime I just squeezed into the glass. Is it really a character? It's a character on this show. Cool. Cool. All right, we got our lime juice. We have our lime juice, our simple, our Fernet Branca, our green chartreuse, our Ancho Reyes chili liqueur, and ginger brandy in a glass. In a glass indeed. And we'll see how that goes. We're going to shake this. I'm going to pour out some of the water that's happened because my ice has been cooling. We'll shake this and we'll put it into a glass and see what happens. Nice. Oh, did I miss anything else? Yeah, dude. Love that stuff. That was wild. A reindeer. Brad, I love that emote with the reindeer. That's great. Oh, wow. That's awesome. That's more than awesome. Get it? Anyways, let's do a shake. Could you do a coffee vodka? I see Mr. Type Man. Mr. Type Man, if I missed your comment, I apologize for that. We could do a coffee vodka. You could certainly do a coffee vodka. For me, actually, I like to make things even more interesting around here by taking various different types of liqueurs and put it in there. But yeah, coffee vodka. That's good stuff. I have to ask. I feel like you could do a coffee vodka inspired by... I never played Ace Attorney, but I think there's a song from the Ace Attorney game called, like, Coffee or, like, Black Coffee or something. You could probably put some vodka in there. I don't know enough about Ace Attorney to know, like, whether that reference, like, actually works or not. I could be wrong. I could be wrong on that. So you've shaken this Fernet Blanca inspired by Street Fighter, maybe? Let's see how that goes. I'm gonna put this in one of my coupe glasses. It's not chilled, although it could be. And we'll strain that. Strain it just enough to be able to go over top. There we go. Let's see if this actually turns out green. That is an interesting shade of orange and brown. That is interesting. It reminds me of Blanca's beard. His bombastic, beautiful, ginger colored beard. So now, I got this drink. And it smells very Fernetti. You know, that smells very mint forward. Very mint forward indeed. I want to do a little lime. I'm going to do a little lime peel on that. I think that might actually go pretty well. Because I know there's lime juice in there, and I kind of want to express those notes just a little bit better. So let's take a little lime skin thing. So I'm gonna express it over the top, but lime is kind of bitter. So I'm not gonna drop it in. I am only gonna use it just to add a little bit of aroma. And now I dropped my lime on the floor. I'm not using that one for skin anymore. How does it smell? Much more limey now. I like that a lot better. Looks kind of tasty. Throw a lime wheel and a mint leaf in there, and you are there. I don't think I have any mint. No, I do have mint. Do I have mint? Let's do some mint. Because we need some of the green. That's a good point, actually. I do got some mint. How's the mint looking? I need to go to the store and buy more mint. This is not happy looking mint. Oh boy. Not a happy looking mint. Oh darn. Let's take it, slap it a little bit, then just kind of like perch it. Little perched mint leaf. That smells a little bit better now. Now it smells really like mint. This is all over the place. Absolutely all over the place. Wow, what the heck is going on there? Wow, whoa, what is going on there? Cool. It is sour. That is a sourness to it. That lime juice is very, very potent on its sourness. And it went straight from like... It's a lime mint. It's a limey mint that fades to more of the mint, dials back on the lime, punches you with a little bit of licorice, and then tickles you with spice from the Ancho Reyes. It's like, it's weird. There's a lot of stuff going on in here. It is, to me, it's a bit too sour. So I think it would need more sweetness in there. But we had the ginger flavored brandy, which is sweetened, the green chartreuse, which has a sweetness, and we had the simple that's a sweetness. So that lime is actually really, really forward. So I wonder if I had made the mistake or just the modification of accenting the lime aroma over top of it to accent all of those lime things. I think my context is all off. There's a lot of taste. And there's also starfruit. The starfruit I'm not really getting. It's interesting because I know I taste the Ancho Reyes. There's a vegetalness to it that kind of fades into the licoricey notes from the green chartreuse. I know I can taste the green chartreuse from there. And there is definitely the lime juice and definitely the Fernet. But to be fair, the usual bitterness that you get from something that uses, let's say, a full ounce of Fernet Branca in there is not super present. And I think maybe it's being overshadowed a bit by the Ancho Reyes. So that's actually not too bad. For a first impression of this, it could certainly have been worse. Anything could be much worse than it actually is. So let's go back to our notes, actually. Let's go back over here. Back to our notes on, we had Street Fighter. And let's add some notes on the bottom. We'll add some notes onto the bottom over here. Let me put my iPad back. Sorry about that. Whack the microphone. Put you over here. We'll put you, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about this drink right here. First impression of our Fernet Blanca. And we had what? So we tried adding equal parts Fernet, green char, starfruit simple, lime juice, Ancho Reyes, and ginger brandy Jacquins. Not Jaques, it's Jacquins. Jacquins. and got something that was quite literally all over the place. From lime sweets. What was the other piece of it? Lime sweet mint. It was lime sweet mint. Lime sweet mint to licorice mint to spicy lime. Quite the evolution. Quite the evolution. Quite the evolution. Not really getting any notes of ginger or star fruit or other botanicals from the green chartreuse. However, notably, the bitterness from the Fernet seems to have been masked by the spiciness of the ancho. And that's really interesting. That's not something that I would have guessed. That is a big stack of text. But this is what my notes look like when I've been doing these like mixology things. Is an interesting question. What did we add that made it more sour? Because I've read it's real well balanced. Like it might just be my palate. I am a lot more sensitive to things that are sour than some other people are. I've learned that one of the suggestions that the Cocktail Codex book has made, and that's this Cocktail Codex by the people who made Death & Co. Famous cocktail bar, revolutionized modern cocktails in New York, that if you're mixing, you should mix with a friend. And the reason why is because you are used to the biases in your mouth. And you can gauge how your cocktail tastes to other people by more or less just like, querying the crowd a little bit more. I love to share my drinks with my partner, Anna, because she really likes sweet things. She can detect the sweetness in a cocktail, even if it's like really, really minute. And I'm not exactly sure how she does this. It could be the slightest bit of sweetness, and she will detect it there. If it's masked by alcohol, she has a hard time. Like there are whiskeys, like a lot of spirits can be sweet. A lot of whiskeys are sweet. It doesn't really taste sweet to her because there's just too much proof that's masking some of that sweetness. But if we add a bit of simple syrup, I'm talking like little, 5 to 1 part sour something to sweet something, and I'll be like, there's sweet in there. And I have no idea how she does it. Her taste buds are attuned to sweetness. My taste buds are attuned to sour, but I don't like sour. She's attuned to sweet and she likes sweet. I'm attuned to sour and I don't like sour. So I tend to take any sourness out of my drinks. I'm not a fan of it. Or I add enough sweetness to counterbalance the sour. So my favorite sours, and even some drinks that utilize sour components like lemon juice or citric adjusted, like acid adjusted ingredients, have a bit of sweetness to back it up. I'm not afraid to add a little bit more simple syrup to my sours and stuff because I know that's the way that I like it. And anybody else should be encouraged to do the same. With a little bit of knowledge of mixology, you can fix drinks. I have fixed drinks for myself before. And I don't think it really takes it doesn't really take a lot of experience to be able to do that. So if we dial back the line, what do you want more of? The spice, the fernet, the bitter, the flavors, and the syrups? I think I would really, really like to experience that balance between the spicy ancho, the minty fernets, and honestly the characteristics that the green chartreuse build. Either the green chartreuse is there to showcase some of its own flavors, or the green chartreuse there is meant to augment and support other flavors. And from what I could tell, licorice to me also kind of sticks out, so that's a little bit difficult to do. But cocktails I've had that utilize yellow or green chartreuse, for example the Alaska, which uses yellow chartreuse and gin and something else. I thought there might have been something else in Alaska. Brad, I know you're out there with me on that. But that was beautiful. Somehow the yellow chartreuse was supporting the gin and other ingredient, if there any was worth. That was really cool. That was really cool. So using it like that. But there are some drinks like the last word, if you completely forget about the maraschino notes, the chartreuse has a chance to shine. And that's just different functions of different ingredients. It's 3 gin. Oh, it's 3 gin and 1 yellow. There we go. Corrupted saying, I heard puns were needed. Puns, you say? Corrupted, check this out. We have a number of different pun-based drinks so far. We've had anything from, let's see, we had Sky Rum, Gentian Impacts. We had, these are great. The Mojito Mask. Tequila Blanca, Fernet Blanca. Fernet Blanca is a spirit. Fernet Blanca from Street Fighter. We had Kirby Valser, Mai Tai Knight, Meta Knight. There's plenty of this stuff. I know you're one of the pun queens out there. We're saving the doc. We're saving the doc, right? The doc? The doc? Which doc? Doc Martens? I don't wear good sneakers. It's Crazy Sweet, maybe Express Lemon. Oh, the Express Lemon, I think, is the other part in the Alaska there. But yeah, we're just workshopping drinks tonight. What we tried so far is we tried to create a first attempt on a Fernet Blanca, a cocktail inspired by Blanca from Street Fighter, who's kind of like this green, beastie-looking humanoid with these bright ginger beard and locks. So we tried to go for something that's a little spicy, a little ginger forward, because like ginger beard, ginger brandy. Feels makes sense there. And something else green in there. We did not go for the Midori. We went for some green chartreuse, which does have a green color to it. It lost it though. It came out a nice shade of orange. I actually kind of like the color on that. I feel like that does kind of fit a little bit. We're saving the doc. Or we're saving the document? I have the document. That is a Google Doc. And I guess I'll post it. You know what I'll do? After we're done with this, I will post a copy of this doc in the On Topic channel so that we can all look at it. I'll put it in the workshop channel, actually. I'll put it in the workshop channel. I'll put it there. MK Bryce says, have you tried asking ChatGPT to make you a drink? I have, and I have found personally that so ChatGPT does a really good job of pulling from templates. You can ask it for a riff on a cocktail and it will give you a proper riff on a cocktail, but it doesn't really know how to balance flavor. I think ChatGPT, word knowledge or word models in general don't really have to know, like ChatGPT knows that lime is sour, but it doesn't necessarily know the potency of lime compared to the potency of lemon, and it doesn't do a very good job of compensating as such for recipes. So it works I think all these AI models, they work as co-pilots. Ask it for a base, it can come up with a wide variety of things, and then you, the human, the mixer, can tweak things from there. That's the thing, my personal philosophy when it comes to more or less anything AI these days, but for all I know, it might be outpacing me, and I'll be eating those words one day. Do a little bit of cleanup over here. Corrected says, what games are you planning on playing? I will not be sharing any games that I plan on playing. I'm not going to be sharing anything. No spoilers. No spoilers for the people out there. I will say, I love watching game theory and stuff, and I love the idea of lore, so if you keep a careful eye, I'm not going to say that I foreshadow things, but I might foreshadow things. I will go on record saying that I may or may not drop hints to the things that are coming in the future, but my lips are sealed on that. This document here, the idea for this stream, I'll just recount stuff because we're kind of passing the hour-and-a-half mark here. We might go a little bit long with this. I'm having a lot of fun with this so far. Is my process, or at least what I'm trying to do with the Bar with an X, is to create video game themed cocktails, either based off of the stories in games, the locations in games, the items in games, the characters in games, something in the video games that we play. It inspires us to be able to play through these games and experience them, to more or less provide the context to really get into the universe of these drinks. And I think of it almost like method acting, except it's method mixing. That's what we're doing here. We're method mixing with video games. That's what we do here at the Bar with an X. We take the inspiration from all of our favorite video games, method act, put ourselves into the game, play the game, be the character in the universe, and then we make it into a cocktail. And sometimes it works out well, and sometimes you get this shit. But honestly, that's all a part of the process. And it's a beautiful process, and it can be quite delicious. It's always very satisfying, at least from what I can tell. I have a lot of fun with this stuff. In any case, yeah, so what am I planning on playing? I'd like to play a lot of games, but I want to know what you think that we should play too. And I know on this list, I know games that have been suggested so far, like in terms of things that we should play. There's a lot of the channel has gotten gift games from people. I want to try to go to the games that have been gifted because they were given to this channel with the intent to play them. And if you look close enough at literally anything, there's ideas to be found. Even if we can get, in my opinion, even if we can get 1 or 2 drinks out of something, that's something that we as a community have been able to impart in the history of any sort of piece of media out there. And I think that's beautiful. And I love that aspect of being able to leave our mark otherwise. And the Bar with it, I mean, I'm not looking at this document anymore right now. I'll switch back over here. And that was by the way, that was our Fernet Blanca cocktail. So anybody who wants to keep that recipe for yourself, there you go. That's your Fernet Blanca. It's just all equal parts. I didn't make that specifically clear there, but that's what we have there. We'll pop that off later. A lemon drop sums up your Portal 2 perfectly. A lemon drop sums up Portal 2? Explain that. Explain that. Explain yourself, Corrupted Jasper. A lemon drop, you say. I like Portal drinks. I've never done a Portal drink. Portal. Lemon drop. Specifically Portal 2? Specifically Portal 2. I like that. You can play around with that orange and blue aspect of things. But yeah, that's the idea. That as a bar, as a more or less virtual bar, I like the idea of the Bar with an X to be the place where we can all kind of put our minds together and put something to the test. If this is a boat, I'm the one that's kind of captaining this thing and steering the wheels because I'm the one behind the bar, and there are some lucky people out there as well who have the opportunity to use this bar as a space for laboratorying and mixing as well, and it's an honor to be able to share it with them every once in a while. You've seen some of the other ex bartenders, some of the other mixologists on here, mixology. Mixology already has an X in it, so like I don't really know what else to do with that. I heard at the end of Portal streams we get cake. The cake could be a lie. Combustible lemons. Combustible lemon. There we go. Lemon drop. The combustible. Oh, let's go back to the list. Let's bring it back. Let's go bring it back. Where are we? It was at the top of this list. We had the combustible lemon drop. The combustible lemon drop. Oh, dude, actually, Corrupted, I already have ideas. I'm talking, so you can set shit on fire in cocktails. You take some high-proof rum, 151 rum. Do I have any of this shit? Oh my god. Wait a minute. Where's the rum? Where did all the rum go? There it is. Wait. I found it. Got a little bit of it. Oh, this guy. Oh, yeah, this guy. You can set stuff on fire with this guy. You can set the lemon drop on fire. I love that idea. That's great. Combustible lemon drop? I'm gonna write that down. Combustible lemon drop. Set that shit on fire. And that was Corrupted. Corrupted Jasper. That was you. You who did that. Bruh, Black Forest cake drinks? Bruh! Let's see there will be cake. Black Forest drink. Ooh! I also got the idea too. I made a drink. Oh my god, this will be a drink that you guys will see on Wednesday. It seemed like one thing, but it tastes like something completely different. And that was awesome. It was so good. I cannot wait to share that one with you guys. Oh my god, it was so good. I was completely blown away by it. But you can make drinks lie. They look like one thing. They look like they should taste like one thing, but they don't. They taste like something else. And that's magic 5 minutes to get. Life in Croydon says, make a cake for Portal to go with the drink. Make a cake for Portal to go with the drink. I'm not much a baker. At least not me personally. I would like to, I know that there are creators out there who do a much better job with baking than I do. And I want to see what they can do. I don't know of anybody in particular. There is one part of the, I've seen them bake before. Oh my god. Actually, I don't remember their name. Oh, but they're another Twitch streamer, and they made a really awesome cake from Super Mario RPG. In Super Mario RPG, there's a character called Booster, and Booster makes a wedding, or there's a wedding cake for Booster and Peach. I don't remember. Gosh, I don't remember who that creator was. Wow, but it looks so cool. If I find that, if I find that, I will. If I remember who the creator is, I will put it out there and put a picture of this cake. It was just absolutely drop dead gorgeous. Great. Would you want it to bake on stream? Do you want it to bake on stream? Because if not, I'll drop one off. If you can't bake them, then take them. Dude, seriously. We could do that. This actually, I have been able to prove that this stream setup is more or less portable. We can take this anywhere that we want to. Given enough time and a bit of planning, we can do whatever we want to. And I love that idea. The idea of being able to take this wherever. I should not just be restricted to sitting in my small apartment in Philadelphia. We should be able to take this beauty anywhere. But alas, the bar is heavy and so are all the bottles, so it is a struggle in some cases. Yeah, we can't take it and drink around Disney. No, we can't. Also, Mario 64, the whole plot revolves around Peach making a cake for Mario, I think. That is true. That is true. Do I have Mario on this list yet? I don't have any Mario drinks on here. Let me get the gears rolling. Let me tell you all what games we have so far, and then we can throw out other game ideas. So let me put Mario 64 on here. Peach's cake. Take that out of context. Peach's cake? Brad. Gotcha on that. You used all the Mario gears on Paper Mario. Oh, there's plenty more Mario gears. There's plenty more. Just played through all of Paper Mario. So let's see. These are the categories. These are the these are the games that we have so far. And this is by the way, this is by no means a list that gets set here now and dies in the future. I plan on taking all of the suggestions here and tabulating them into a list with everybody's suggestions and whatnot, and I want to be able to properly credit where these ideas come from and from where. So if you have an idea for a game or a cocktail or some cocktail to be based off of something from a game, and even if you, dude, don't even worry about trying to articulate it. Send me a Wikipedia link and just be like, or a wiki link and be like, I want to drink this guy, and we'll try to see what happens there. That's what I want to see, because I think the most fun that a creator can have, in my opinion, is to take something that has no obvious form and to bring form to it. That's freaking beautiful. It's freaking poetic, and that's what this thing is. At least we tried to make it that. I think that's one of them. Peaches cake, coal. Ooh la la, ooh la la. That's what you say, ooh la la. The chat can be very small. I need glasses. I think I have a monitor that I'm grabbing, and I'm planning on rearranging the stream setup a little bit because it's hard to see the screen when it is up there and at least 3 feet away from my eyes, which require glasses to do things properly. But here's our game list so far, and all that is games that we have ideas for, some things that could be created into drinks. And that's pretty much it. We have Kingdom Hearts so far. We have Mario 64. We have Portal 2. We have Mortal Kombat. We have Genshin Impact, F-Zero, Legend of Zelda, The Ocarina of Time. We've got Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask. We have Street Fighter, and we tried one of those ones. We have Kirby Air Ride, Kirby's Yarn World or whatever. I don't remember. I never played that game. Skyrim, Pokemon and or Pal World, put them up against each other. Hades, Super Mario RPG, Kid Icarus, The Goose Game, Baldur's Gate 3, Spider-Man in general, Dark Souls, and we had Hades, but I moved that up to the top. So I can safely remove that one down at the bottom. And if it says @kid, it does not mean it's for children, although I'm open to the idea of doing mocktails. Oh god, Skyrim? Oh god, Skyrim? Skyrum. Who came up with that one? It was Kid Sandin who came up with Skyrum. That was a quality pun. I really liked that one. I love that one. I thought that was really good. So let's see. That's where we're at with things so far. And there's plenty more out there. And I am always open to hearing these suggestions, whether they're online or offline. This list will continue to grow no matter wherever. This particular Google Doc will not be accessible to anybody, but the Discord is where all this stuff happens. There's a particular channel on the Discord that we have that is the workshop channel, and it's not specifically just what we're working on, it's what we are all working on. As a community of content creators, I think generally one of the best things that we can do is to showcase our work to other people, and so long as everybody's good with their feedback and, constructive criticism, I think we can all grow from that. So the workshop area is supposed to be where anybody could put something out there that they are working on to get proper criticism and proper feedback on, all within reason. If you put out a piece of art and somebody says that art is shit, that's not what it's all about. You could say that. Potentially, there might be some work on the lining and whatnot of that. Maybe when you draw the hands and feet, that the hands look like they're supposed to be. They seem to be the size of the person's head. And if the person is asking for that type of criticism, then that's what we'll go with. That's the intent of the workshop channel. There's also a self-promote channel. We don't need feedback there. You can put whatever stuff you want to on there. No, not safe for work stuff. None of that. None of the stuff there. But that's kind of what we do there. And it's a lot of fun stuff. I think it's a lot of fun stuff. I put my own stuff there. I wouldn't be saying you do it if I didn't do it myself. And I do it a lot. I think a lot of this my stuff. But there's also other stuff too. In any case, let's get back to this. There's more things to learn. There's more things to learn. There's more drinks to do. So let's see. I kind of dived a little bit into the Kirby drinks. Honestly, that Portal 2 one sounded really good. I played through Portal 1, I think. And I want to play through that again because I love puzzle games. I like platformers and I like puzzle games. So a puzzle platformer, duh. I like where we were at with that combustible lemon cocktail. I love that idea. A combustible lemon drop sounds so cool. And how would we do that, right? I feel like what you would do is when we made a cocktail inspired by Bobbery from Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. Bobbery is a bob-omb. Bombs have gunpowder in them. When I think of gunpowder, I think of explosions. When I think of explosions, I think of guns. When I think of guns, of muskets. Muskets, pepper boxes, peppercorn, spicy pepper. Otherwise, there are many different ways to play. That would be the way to do things.
Can I have lime juice?
Would you like lime juice?
Limeade.
Would you like some limeade?
Yes, please.
I can totally make you some limeade. Would you like to be on camera? Currently, you're not on camera. Would you like to be? No? Okay, cool. We'll keep it like that. My dearest is right over here. Let me some lime juice. Let me get you a glass, love. Want to get a little bit of
a fancy glass.
Do you want a full lime's worth of lime juice?
You can do the half.
Just the half?
Are you gonna cut open another lime?
I can cut up another lime for you, whatever you want. Let me make a drink for
lemonade.
You. Oh, it's your choice. Dealer's choice. I'm gonna cut things. I'm gonna put it in a glass. Let me get it. Let's get a glass for Anna.
What are you more likely to use?
Let's get a glass for Anna. Let's get a Stein for Anna. Let's get one of these things. Keep the conversation. Keep the suggestions coming. We'll write them all down. For Portal 2, would you play just the single player? What are you doing? Oh, we're gonna do lemons instead?
Well, are you gonna use the lemons?
I don't know what I will use. I don't know what will happen over here.
Okay, y'all have 3 lemons now instead of 4.
Brad said, oh, Corrupted Jasper said you would need to do single player, or you could also do a co-op with Lycos Lore. Shameless plug for my bro Lycos Lore. Love that guy.
Is that for Portal?
Tell him to come up to the bar with an X more often. I miss him. He's not that far away from Philadelphia, that guy. Howdy off, Cam Doc Lycos. Oh, howdy off Cam Doc Lycos. Nice. Oh, hi, off Cameron Anna. Oh, off Cam. I get it. I see.
Okay.
Lycos Lore is the best. That was sent by Lycos Lore. Was it? I couldn't even tell.
It's not.
Couldn't even tell with this guy. All right, we're making some lemonade for Anna while we discuss more ideas. The ideas for I love the idea for the Portal one.
What if you?
I love you, bro, Lycos. I love you too. Oh, that's the voice modulation mode, only for a little bit. What do we want to do with that one? Let's do this voice. I don't know. This feels like a very. I'm making some lemon juice. I'm just really Kermit the Frog. It's Kermit the Frog here. You should come to Durham, but it's not too far away. He's stealing my keyboard. I've stolen your keyboard. Lemonade Tycoon, hard lemonade. That's an excellent idea there, Life in Croydon. I actually did play Lemonade Tycoon. I fucking hated that game. Lemonade Tycoon, where you run a little lemonade stand and you can adjust the recipe, you can adjust the price, you can make more lemonade stands than otherwise. One of the OG Tycoon games. And I thought, I hated that game. That game made no freaking sense. Let me tell you. Because I never, what is that? That is saffron. Please don't touch the saffron. That is expensive. That whole jar cost like $20.
It's 15.
15? $15. Oh my goodness.
But it has such a cute little container.
That's true. Sounds like you couldn't make good lemonade. No, I suck at making. Well, in a video game context, I do not make very good lemonade. But when it comes to the world around, I make pretty good lemonade.
This poor lime.
What do you want me to do about the lime? What do you want me to do about the lime, dear?
It looks like it's dying. Why do you have? I thought you only got like.
My ideal lemonade is take your lemon juice, eyeball about equal parts water.
What?
Equal parts water.
I'm gonna get like half of that.
Yeah, split it in half by water, and then just add sugar until your heart feels like it's right.
I want more lemonade.
Do you want more? Okay. Okay. Anna also knows.
Cheap lemonade downstairs.
Okay, and I thought you asked me, but you can modify. Is that enough?
No,
Should we?
I want more water.
Okie dokie then. What else do we have here?
Okay,
let me put down. I like the idea of Lemonade Tycoon. That's a throwback game, and I'd play that game and I get so freaking frustrated.
Then you can make a bunch of lemonade-based cocktails.
Lemonade Tycoon. It's literally just lemonade with alcohol in them. That's literally all.
How do I pour this?
Lemonade Tycoon. Hard lemonade. Just hard lemonade.
Do you have a thing?
Do you need a measuring spoon?
I need a thing to scoop.
Here, use a tablespoon if you like.
Oh, cool. We're gonna
go for it. I love how I was like, Anna's like, make me some lemonade. And she just comes up and commandeers the whole operation. We love to see people with motivation. We love that stuff. What else is going on over here? Surprise, it's me, Pinpipe. With a surprise, it's Lycos. What a guy.
What?
What an absolute guy. It's Lycos. Look, it's Lycos Lore. I love that guy. Hi. Highball Kermit, T-Frog here. Oh my goodness. Highball Kermit. What's up?
What do I do with it?
Mix it up.
You're gonna put a... Never mind.
I'm gonna put a knife in it. This doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I've been using this knife. Actually, I'm being sustainable. This was the knife I used to murder that lemon of yours.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Did you name the lemon? What's the name of the lemon?
What's this one?
What's that one? That is a Suze and tonic. That is a bitter tonic.
That
It's
smells
bitter
horrible.
and tonic. Would you like to try it? How's that taste? Current recipe lemonade. Do you want your lemonade?
Oh,
Here you go.
I can't understand that.
Oh, okay.
It has a thing.
This is the
tasty.
Kermit drink for this evening.
It has a taste.
It tastes like
tastes
a
like
bittersweet.
dry?
It's like a bittersweet tonic. It's like accented tonic water, I think. I kind of like that. I like that a lot.
Okay, I'm gonna make this.
Hey,
special.
for real Lycos. Ah, the knife, the ultimate stirring apparatus. Obviously, is this? Would you like any more? Are you adding some lime juice?
Yeah.
Okie dokie, let's add some lime juice.
Well,
Anna, do you have any video game recommendations? What games would you want to see drinks from?
what's the prom game?
The prom game?
The like dead people prom game. That's a visual novel.
Is it called Ghost Prom?
No.
I
Monster Prom.
Is it called Monster Prom?
Probably.
Is there a game called Monster Prom?
Wait. I want that.
Okay, you want that? There you go. There you go. What do you? Okay, go for it. Go for it. Is there a game called Monster Prom? Is that a thing?
I think.
Cam! Corrupted says, I'm apparently not in on this joke.
What?
Is there a game called Monster Prom? What is the premise of Monster Prom? Is it monsters you can go to prom? Can I date Dracula? Is that a thing?
That could be funny.
I'm
pretty sure you own it.
Do I own Monster Prom? I don't know. Monster Prom. Dating monsters? I mean, I suppose. That seems like on base. Yes, Monster Prom, Anna. It's called Monster Prom. It's called Monster Prom. Can I date Dracula? Dating...
You can date someone that's really into Dracula.
I can
That's a
date-
whole nother game.
What are you talking about?
Be Dream Daddy.
Dream Daddy? He's not Dracula. Damien is not Dracula.
He's just obsessed with Dracula.
He's just got the gothic style. Don't diss him, my bro, Damien. Love that guy.
V-Day stream.
Couple V-Day stream.
Wait, when
Valentine's Day? Valentine's Day is on the 14th, my love.
That's a Wednesday.
Is it a Wednesday? It is a Wednesday.
That's next Wednesday.
That's not this. It is next Wednesday. Want to play Monster Prom?
No.
Okay. Well, that's just. You can. If you're gonna be denied, might as well be denied right outright. Is there anything else I can make you for my love?
It's too tart.
It's too tart. Should we add more?
I need one more. I want more half of.
Can I do it? Do you want to? Yeah, go for it. Don't let me stop you. Oh, there go all my measuring spoons. It's beautiful. This is how the bar with an X is usually used when the camera is not running. It's for anything like this.
Oh, just this downstairs.
Team Fortress 2 drinks. I like that one.
What's Team Fortress?
Team Fortress 2 is like the classic. It's a classic game.
Okay, now I'm good. I need the knife thing again.
Knife? Can you
Is that the same one?
It's the same knife.
Oh, good.
It's
I'm
the
making
same-
sure you
it's the
don't
same
waste
knife.
more.
I'm being sustainable.
Good job.
Sustainable knife usage.
It says
Team
there's a
Fortress.
National Weather Service alert.
It's the Coastal Flood Advisory.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna rain. It says it's gonna rain. How does it taste?
Fortress 2.
Team Fortress 2 has a variety of different characters. You could make a drink for every single character. I like that. Team Fortress.
Oh, I made it too sweet.
Fortress 2.
Oh my god, you're typing up.
We got the, what is it? We got the sniper.
That's confusing.
Snippler, excuse me. Sniper, pyro, heavy.
Why are you
Medic.
under Paper Mario right now?
Why am I under Paper Mario? What do you mean under Paper Mario? I'm not under Paper Mario. I am not under Paper Mario. I am under Food and Drink. You gotta look at that channel. Indeed. No rains over near bread. Well, that's good. What is it? A sniper, pyro, heavy medic.
What if they're
Engineer.
in a drought, Cameron? How dare you wish no.
I'm trying to mixology idea here. Do you want to contribute to the conversation?
No, I like distracting.
What are the other ones? What are the other characters? Corrupted, what are the other characters? Who am I missing? Sniper, pyro, heavy medic, engineer. Oh, the spy! The spy! I didn't forget the spy.
What's Spyro in?
Spyro the Dragon?
Yeah.
Spyro's his own series. Spyro.
Wasn't he in some kind of teleporter game?
Skylanders?
Yeah!
Spyro's / Skylanders. I don't know. You need special hardware for that thing.
We have it at home.
Do you?
Yeah, Toast was really into it for a while.
Interesting. You
want-
need engineer, demo man, scout, soldier, and spy. Engineer, I got demo man. Demo man! Scout,
You don't have demo
scout
man.
and soldier. Okay, demo man, Scout, Soldier. There we go. I think we got them all.
Team Fortress?
What do you do in Team Fortress? You pick a character and you kill each other. I don't know how else to describe Team Fortress. That was basically Team Fortress.
We should play Tack the Power of the Jujus.
Tack the Power of the Juju. Lycos Laura's doing it. I'm not going to take that away from my bro.
Oh, but Juju Juice would be hilarious.
Lycos Laura's playing Tack the Power of Juju over on YouTube.
I love Tack the Power of Juju.
Highly recommend.
We
those
played
plants,
that in high school.
Those plants terrified me. And actually, we played Tack 2. That game sucks.
I loved... No. We played Tack 2, and then we played the third Tack, in which you went into the space clouds.
Tack 1 is the only good Tack game.
Well, we should play Tack 3. Because that one I remember, because you used to yell at me because I couldn't jump on the lead.
I did 2 episodes. There's not more? Lycos, my god. TF2 is Overwatch before it was cool. Do you know what Overwatch is?
No.
Does anybody play Overwatch?
Define Overwatch.
Another game where you pick a character and kill people.
I'm waiting for them to answer, not you.
Okay, Overwatch is an option. I don't know if anybody out there is super into Overwatch or what is it? League of Legends also has just a shit ton of characters.
Dude,
I've played
Arcane.
I've played Team Fight Tactics. Actually, I would totally do League of Legends cocktails because of all the other spin-off games that they're doing.
They also have a shit ton of lore.
They do. It's a very, very lore-heavy game. So Spyro, that was Anna.
Y'all pick a character, and then there's different game modes.
Yes.
I never got into OWO or Lega or anything.
Overwatch or League or anything, but I am old. You said it, Brad, not me. I think you're young at heart. Like cap the flag, capture the flag. We're moving a payload. Capture the flag. Do you know what capturing the flag is?
You go capture a flag.
Do you know what move the payload is?
You move the payload.
She catches on very quickly. That's right. You got it. I think. I could be wrong though.
Why did you put at Anna?
Because you came up with the Spyro one.
Oh.
Team Fortress was all corrupted Jasper. And also Lycos Lore. And also Lycos. I'm not a fan of MOBAs in general. That's a multiplayer battle online arena. Nope, it's just multiplayer online battle arena.
We could do Soul Worker again.
We could do Soul Worker again. That game takes forever. There's no clear end to Soul Worker.
You could just shout about how you're a cat constantly.
Soul Worker, also at Anna. All the best ideas come from Anna. Please note that those sections are bare. There's nothing there.
You're so mean to me.
You haven't given any other ideas. It's okay. It's okay.
You can go check the Discord.
Is there ideas in the Discord? Anybody who makes mention of suggestions anywhere, I will also take into account.
You should check the Discord.
I mean, eventually I will, but I'm streaming right now.
It's in the mod spot.
It's in the mod spot. Then nobody else gets to see it.
Exactly.
That's essentially a private message.
Yeah, exactly.
Anna's keeping away the good stuff from y'all.
Oh,
She's using her mod powers for evil. Trying to put away all of my measuring spoons. We'll take care of that after the fact. And I'll put my sugar away. That beautiful woman coming up here and making a mess of our bar.
I don't make messes.
She doesn't make messes. She makes beauties. I only use my mod powers for good, says Brad. Yeah, and sometimes I accidentally time people out. That was only like one time. I think they forgive you for it. I think they'll forgive you for it. That's just a part of the charm. Just a part of the charm. So what else are we doing here? We are rounding almost the, what is it, about a hour 45 minute mark here. I'm having a good time with this. This is fun. This is giving me ideas for what games to play so that we can get more context on the other pieces of the lore that we just might be missing. I'm a big fan of lore-heavy games that have a lot of hidden lore to it, enticing narratives. I personally love a game that has good music. Oftentimes, I will find a game based off of the soundtrack first, and then I will play it, which was the case for Celeste. It was the case for Hat in Time. It was the case, I mean, Paper Mario has been damn good ever since I was a kid, so that was also a piece of that too. But other games as well. Hollow Knight I played because there was an excellent soundtrack to that. And that was great. There's a game series Shane and I love called The Room. That is a fairly lore-chonky puzzle game. The Room. Isn't that also the movie? It's in the gaming section of the party lounge. Oh, thank you for putting it there. Did you do like Risk of Rain? Risk of Rain 2? I didn't play Risk of Rain or Risk of Rain 2. Is there a lot of lore in that? To kill it infused with either Juju Bees or Juju Fruits for attacking the power of Juju. See, Amy Chow popping in here with the mixology ideas. That's a good one. I like that. What was it? Attacking the power, attack Attack and the power of Juju Bees infused liquor. What do Juju Bees even taste like? I don't know what Juju Bees taste like. Are they just like generic like fruit snack candy things? ADHD is both a blessing and a curse. Dude, preach it. If you got it, flaunt it. That's what they say. That's what they say. I like that. I love that. Oh my goodness. Oh, tequila though. For tick. Oh, I forgot the Jujubee's infused tequila. That feels like it would be an interesting combination. I had these really interesting Fruit Loops today. Not Fruit Loops. They were fruit snacks today. And they were very, very interesting. They tasted very good and apparently had nothing bad about them, which I like, I guess. Don't ask me what they were called. Because I cannot remember and I threw out the container. I threw it all out. New pin, you can blame my being amused with myself on the fact I forgot to take my afternoon Ritalin. Oh, there's nothing blameworthy here. We're just all being ourselves, and that's honestly the only thing that I can ask of people. I mean, when we're drinking alcohol, who can we be other than ourselves? Like, do we really even have a choice there? When you're drunk, I feel like you have no reason not to be yourself. It just comes out, or at least a certain side of you just like comes out. What else do we have here? Scout drinks a lot of energy called bonk in TF2, so you could do Jaeger bombs. Are those the ones that are with Red Bull? Jaeger bombs are done with Red Bull. Indeed. Going back to the, what is it? The Scout. I don't know, the Team Fortress stuff. Scout drinks energy drinks. Jaeger bombs? But like modified Jaeger bombs. We make our own type of bomb cocktail. Bomb type drink. Generally speaking, a bomb type drink is where you have one thing and you drop something else into it. Either sake bombs, Jaeger bombs, Irish car bombs, which I think are just called Irish shots now because Irish car bomb is apparently not very PC, supposedly. Those are the ones with the Red Bull. They are the ones with the Red Bull. You can also do other stuff with energy drinks. So like I've done some experimenting with sodas where the acidity in the soda can curdle milk. And so what winds up happening if you take, for example, and this will also be, it's a little foreshadowing, this will also be featured on Wednesday. You can take Coca-Cola and you can add it to heavy cream or milk and it will curdle the milk. And when you strain it out, all of the colorers, the coloring, all the caramel color binds to all of the curdles there. And so you can strain it out and you can clarify it. Actually, this is what it looks like. So, actually, I'll show you. This bottle, this is Coca-Cola. This is what we've done to Coca-Cola. We combined Coca-Cola and milk and got this. And it smells like Coca-Cola and it tastes like Coca-Cola, but it has none of the color of Coca-Cola. And it's also got a bit of a silky, smoothie creaminess to it. And it's very good. It's very, very good. It's called clarified Coca-Cola. You can do that with other things too. I tried it with Pepsi, but it just wasn't acidic enough. But I probably didn't mix it in the right ratios. We get to that other times. Pyro's needs to be extremely sweet and on fire. Sweet and on fire. Okay. I like that. Pyro, sweet and on fire. Naturally, because she is the pyro. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense there. What other ideas do we have for that Team Fortress? We're kind of filling out the thing here, right? So actually, there was a game that, and I will not spoil it. I will only tell you tomorrow, or I will only tell you on Wednesday, and we'll probably tweet about it too, and put it in the Discord and all that stuff. But I was going through. There's a selection of characters in the next game, and originally what I did is I just did a very, very simple, like, I thought of this character and I took some notes on what kind of flavor notes or combinations or like base spirits that we would probably use for the drink, and then went back with another eye and tried to flesh things out a little bit better as I got some more context on like the lore and whatnot, and to prepare myself for the actual playthrough. That's been one of the ways that I wound up coming up with these cocktail recipes. The only reason I try to be more vocal on that is, to me, it's no fun if we keep all the secrets to ourselves. So I want to be a little more vocal about how I come up with cocktail recipes so that you could do the same thing, and so that we can get the gears turning so we can all do this thing collaboratively. The whole part about mixing drinks or mixing anything, or even making food and stuff, is like, if what you like is in the glass, you've done everything correctly. Like, maybe the person to your right or the person to your left is not going to enjoy it, but did you make it for them? You probably made it for yourself. That's fine. There are people out there who drink like straight up like absinthe and Coca-Cola. I wouldn't do the same thing. Never actually tried it, to be honest. But I'm sure it's got some notes that are appreciable to some people. And that's the whole point of it. So let's continue down this Team Fortress thing and try to come out with some very, 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 very rough things about what these drinks might be. I know that the sniper carries around this Girardi container. It's actual urine. I'm aware that there are some wines that supposedly taste like cat urine. In a good way. A sommelier would say like, oh, it's got a certain word to it. I don't know what that word is, but it's supposed to be describing like cat urine. So maybe a wine-based mason jar drink. We call it Girardi. Maybe we just call it Girardi, right? It's a sniper cocktail, but it is basically just Girardi. The pyro is sweet and on fire. There's this scene where the pyro has like a dream and it's on like a candy wonderland. So I'm thinking sweet and on fire. Maybe like peppermint, because like peppermints are they have a spiciness to them, in my opinion. Like I've never had a peppermint plant, but I've had like peppermint little candies and stuff, and that has a certain spice associated with it. Sniper equals cheap beer in a jar, but that's not a cocktail. We could add beer in there, though. Beer cocktail? Maybe. Beer cocktail, maybe. The heavy is Russian, I believe, or of perhaps Slovenian origin, so vodka is a must. Feels like it would be. I feel like it'd be a strong one. Probably a high ABV drink, and honestly, I don't know much about the heavy other than that. I know he loves sandwiches. Sandwiches can be served with olives on a stick, so maybe a modified vodka martini for the heavy, but like make it boozier, like Everclear or something like that. I've definitely had some wine that tastes like feet and expensive cheese, says Brad. I understand. Do you have any recommendations? If I want to taste the feet, what wine should I buy? I need to know. The heavy actually loves Bellinis. Really? Incredible. The heavy likes Bellinis, according to Corrupted. So maybe a vodka Bellini. Like a vodka-based Bellini drink. I don't know what Bellinis usually use. I don't know if it's vodka or something else. You need Foster's beer, allegedly tastes like piss. And Australian. Foster's? Quote Imi Chow. Great. The medic is German, right? He's German, so maybe if we do a beer for that, if it's beer-based, make it a German beer. Like a German Pilsner or something. In terms of other things, when I think of medicine, what else do I think of? Oh, dude, slow gin tastes like medicine. Slow gin tastes like medicine. At least to me. Or it could be elderberries. Elderberries are supposedly have... No, excuse me. They have medicinal qualities. Could just be a lot of herbs. Could just be very herby. Maybe herbaceous. Because like healing and stuff. That could be interesting. Medic also has an Oktoberfest taunt. He's from the Bavaria. He's from the Bavarian area of Germany. Ooh, he's from Bavaria. Could do a Bavarian cream. A Bavarian cream cocktail? I never thought of anything. Ooh, that's cool. I love those Boston cream donuts and Bavarian cream, and I wonder if you did like a Bavarian cream like donut cocktail instead, or you garnish it with a bit of the Bavarian cream, or you take the Bavarian cream and you clarify, or you wash another cocktail with it. Clarification is kind of under the subsection of things called washing, and lactose washing is a thing. Essentially, you take, in this case, something with lactose, put it in a spirit, and you get some of those enzymes and proteins and stuff into the spirit, and it kind of binds to it. You can fat wash things too. I think it's technically all fat washing. There's components to it. There's science behind it. I assure you of that. Boston cream. Scout's from Boston. Scout's from Boston? There we go. Scout is from Boston. I'm losing my list over here. Let's go down a bit. I'm losing my list. Scout is from Boston. Jaeger bombs or Boston cream donut, because he's from Boston. You know, I'm kind of falling in love with this idea that they are all cocktails based on donuts. Like every single one of them. There is a Corrupted says there's a shot that Nick made that when mixed properly tasted like cherry Pepsi. When it wasn't, it legit tasted like cough syrup. I wonder if that used slow gin or anything like that. I'm curious to know what that recipe is. If you bothering for me to get that recipe, I want to try that. Boston cream, Scouts from Boston. I really like this idea of doing all like donut things. This is my idea. All characters' drinks are based on donuts. CJ. That's me. That's my signature now. CJX. I am Cameron James with the X. Demo Man. Scottish. Drinks a lot of super strong whiskey. Like Scottish whiskey. I like that. Scottish whiskey. Actually, we got some, what is it? This is a wedding gift. This, Talisker single malt Scotch whiskey. This is good. This is a smoky scotch. This is a smoky scotch indeed. I have not had the heart to use this in a cocktail yet, but it is a 10-year-old sweet smoked peat pepper made by the sea. This is a maritime scotch, specifically single malt Talisker. I know I have some friends around the Scotland area out there. If you're out there and you know this particular whiskey, what do you think of it? Let me know. Let me know. I don't know of any Scottish donuts. There might be like a Scottish cream or whatever. I know Spy is from France. French. So maybe a cognac or Armagnac or champagne or some other French region thing. You know, the idea popped in my head of a New York sour, but it's a French-based New York sour, where the wine we use is specifically a French red. From Bordeaux or something. For those who don't know, a New York sour is essentially a whiskey sour with a float of red wine up on top of it. Generally speaking, I think you would use like a Cabernet Sauvignon with that. For me, a Cabernet Sauvignon goes well. I love those creamy notes of a Cab Sauv, and that goes really well with the sour for me, because I think that those terms of creamy aspect complement the sour. I'm not big on sour, but experimenting a bit more with the balance between sweetness and sour, I've been getting a little better to my own like personal palate and tastes on that. So that's been going rather well, I'd say. Well, Spy is famous for it. Oh, Spy famous for backstabbing. Oh my, was that demonic? That was it. It's famous for backstabbing. Well, Spy is famous for it. Should have specified. Famous for backstabbing. What would we do with that? I don't know what we would do with that. Famous for backstabbing. What would you do with that? Backstabbing. When I think of backstabbing, I think of something that kind of comes out of nowhere, I guess. Like something that maybe it has an evolution that transforms a bit. Specifically on how drinks taste over time is something that I am personally trying to work on a little bit more. There's a lot of nuance to what ingredients you use at particular times. Essentially, from what I understand, and I don't really have a formalized framework that I can quote from yet, when you go in for an experience like a drink, the first thing you get is your eyes. The first thing you see is you look at the drink. There's a garnish aspect to it. There's the shape of the glass. There's the color of the liquid. There's whatever's going on around. It's the atmosphere of everything. That's the first thing you feast with your eyes. Next, as you go in for it, you have a tactile sense there. You touch the glass. Is the glass warm? Are you drinking like a toddy or something? Is the glass cold? Has it been chilled? Is it something that's been shaken or stirred up to oblivion? Then you go in for the taste, and the first thing you get is you smell. And you get some eyes in there too. It's right in front of you. You get an aroma that comes from the drink, either from the garnish on top of it, maybe somebody spritz something over the top of it as well, and then you go in for the sip. And first, when it hits your tongue, there's an explosion of flavors. It starts making its way to the back of your tongue. It starts to air up your mouth a little bit. It gets into your esophagus and gets to your nose. And then eventually, it all kind of fades away to an air or some residual feelings of sensation on your lips and your tongue and everything else. It's a whole sensation. And that's why I love cocktail mixology. There's a lot of nuance to it, and so I don't have the best way to formalize that yet. But that's one of the reasons I freaking love cocktail mixology. Looks like one flavor, but tastes like another. It's a good idea, Lycos. We were talking about that earlier. And kind of like those spicy cocktails that we made. Which one did we make? Oh, the spicy spirit stream, obviously. They look inviting. Honestly, we just did this cocktail over here, which is really the only one that we've gone for from idea to drink with. It didn't really land super well, but it's a place to start. Was the Fernet Blanca, which is a reference to Street Fighter, and that uses a liqueur called Ancho Reyes chili liqueur, which is an ancho chili liqueur. Ancho chilies are like sun-dried or something like that, and they have this like deep, dark red, like maroon color to them. They have such a smoky and spiciness to it. You can add that spiciness on the end of a cocktail with this Ancho Reyes and a little bit on the front. To me, this isn't as spicy on the front. To me, spicy on the front is like a ginger spiciness or like a spicy pepper, but this is more like in the back of your throat, like the peppers tend to be, at least in my opinion. Gaspu, make it look like one of those other TF2 drinks. You can disguise it as another class. Ooh! Ooh! Oh, corrupted. Make this drink look like one of the others, right? Ooh, I like that. That's a good idea. I really like that idea. That's a really good idea. Damn, I love that. What else do we have here? For the TF2, we have the Engineer. We have the Soldier. Those are the two we don't have ideas for yet. Engineer's American. I know that. And the Soldier, I guess, is also American. So they're specific. Do you know if the Engineer or the Soldier are from specific areas? Because that would be interesting. Because like if one of them is from like, let's say down south, it could be like a Tennessee whiskey type thing. I don't know why I did a Valley accent there. Engineer is from Texas. Soldier loves America. Patriotism. Loves America. Patriotism. Bourbon or something. And then Engineer's from Texas. From Texas. Texas is really close to Mexico, because so we could do something that's almost like a Tex-Mex cocktail type thing, where we use a little bit of tequila or something else that comes from Mexico. Maybe Tex-Mex? Tequila? Not Telmex. What are you doing? Tex-Mex. Tequila, perhaps? Tequila TF2 member? And just Texas is from Texas. Ranch water. Ranch water. That's a good idea. Could be a ranch water type thing. Ranch water is... It's got Topo Chico in there, tequila, and lime juice. I think that's what ranch water is. I think it's tequila, lime juice, and seltzer water, or Topo Chico. And you can add some spiciness on there. If you do like, I have tajin, which is like a spicy, salty, lime-forward salt spice garnish. You could put that on the rim of the glass with a little bit, like rim the glass with a bit of lime juice, put some tajin on it, or salt. Salt also works too. That's an idea. Ranch water. Ranch water. I love how you asked if he was from down south, just as Lycos and I typed that he's from Texas. At the same time, too. That is impressive. That is an excellent amount of synchrony, might I add. I'm going for one of these cocktails over here. Let me take this mint and put it back in the fridge. It's on its last leg. I know I need to use some mint for the stream on Wednesday, so I want to make some more mint. And I need to figure out more things to do with mint. Supposedly, I saw a video the other day about how to make really mint-forward things, and it might be via rapid infusion. And I played with this the other day, and I mentioned that we have this. This is a whipped cream maker. And with a whipped cream maker, you can utilize nitrogen chargers. I have a bag of like a bunch of these nitrogen chargers just for whippets. I just do these for whippets. I don't even drink out of this thing. I'm kidding. But you can rapidly infuse things in here. Essentially what happens is you take ingredients and you put them into the whipped creamer, the whipped cream maker, and you put the nitrogen cartridge in there, which allows the pressure on the inside to rise to a point where the flavor components from whatever you put inside of your solvent, like the solvent leaches inside of whatever you put as your solute in this case. And then when you release the pressure, it brings it back out again, bringing the flavor with it. A rapid infusion process. And you could do this with pretty much anything. You could do this with botanicals, you could do this with herbs, you could do this with woods. If you had wood chips, you could put it in there to sort of rapidly age things, which is a technique I saw at a distillery that we went to the one time, except they were using it a big machine there. That's cool stuff. We also say you could mix Engine Smoky, considering gunpowder and Texas barbecue. I like that idea. Smoky, because barbecue. Texas barbecue. Texas barbecue. Oil. Machinery. How about a smoked cocktail? Or a spirit with a smoky nature to it. Or just even liquid smoke. I've never used liquid smoke in a cocktail before. Okay, now I have to actually go. Oh, no more skulking around the back rooms, but I want to brainstorm mortal cocktail and get back to you else time. By all means, Imicho, DM me, put it in the Discord, wherever you want to. Put those ideas wherever you want to, or just like DM me. I'm cool with that. I'm a very open type of communication person. So far, and I say this knowing the dangers. You're free to DM me. I'm a busy person. I might not respond immediately, but I will try to respond to all messages that I receive, either by Discord DM or otherwise. I try my best to. And so far, I think I've done pretty well at that. It seems, so far. So how are we doing so far? I think I will go... I'm down to continue vibing like this until... Let's do 11 p.m. How's that sound? I like 11 p.m. I'll go with that. So we'll go for like another 50 or so minutes or so. I like where we're going with all this, and they've got a lot of good ideas here. This is more so that I have my own separate list that I will combine this with for like a sort of master list of everything that we're going with here. And I did not have a list as big as this one, so I want to thank everybody for all the contributions that you've made so far. All of this stuff will make it at some point. Well, maybe not all the time, but I'll definitely brainstorm on it. One of the things that I know we're going to hit a limit to at some point is there are only so many games that I know that I can play in the time span given. And I'm trying to figure out the best way to do these sort of one-off cocktail things. Every cocktail, so actually I'll use this as a chance to put out there that any cocktail that is made by the Bar with an X, either from myself or other ex-bartenders who call this place their laboratory home, will show up on the Camera with an X website. There is a section on there for cocktails and cocktail recipes. Every recipe that you see from here going forward has more or less made their way up on the website. There's a good section of cocktails from farther back that I haven't yet uploaded to the website. I lost track of time with it. But most of the recipe that we've covered here are on that website, and at the very least, they have a recipe. And in some of the more recent cases, I try to put a little bit of the inspiration of how these things came to be, the process behind coming up with them, the different references and stuff that we make during it. I have a lot of fun with that. So if that's your kind of thing, the Camera with an X website, CameroxnWithAnX.com, you'll see all the cocktails that we have coming out of the Bar with an X up there. So if that's what you're into, this is the place to be. I think that command works. There it is. That's the one. I put that exclamation point block. For everybody watching the VOD, you can't see that. I don't know why I have the bot do that. In any case, let's see. So essentially, we've just gone down the entire rabbit hole for Team Fortress. And honestly, I admit, I have not been giving a lot of input to any of the games and stuff here. I've been more or less letting everybody else do the work for me. So thank you for taking the brunt of that so far. Let me make some contributions here. That's some ideas that I have. There are some games that I've played. Oftentimes I will find a game based off of the music that I hear from it. And I had the chance to sample, to play a little bit of this game called Tunic when I was at a friend's house. And Tunic is really awesome. I'm not going to give any spoilers to that game, but it's a bit meta. It's a bit meta. And I absolutely love the song for the forested area. The song is called Redwood Colonnade. And I love the idea of it being like a woody smoked cocktail with a nice red hue to it. Something about that strikes me as very, I've had some drinks that are very, very woodsy, for lack of a better term. I would even say, insofar, there was a cocktail I had. There's a bar here in Philadelphia called Charlie is a Sinner or Charlie was a Sinner. I think he was a sinner. And I had one of the most interesting cocktails of my life at this bar. It tasted like grass. Shit you not. It looked green, it was garnished with a little bean sprout, and it tasted like grass. And instead of being completely put off by this, I loved it. I was like, I had no idea that I could drink something that tasted like this. It was incredible. I thought it was awesome. I think that cocktail there might be the crux of where I really started taking this shit seriously. Because I've had some really, really good cocktails since then at various other bars. I don't think anything else has been so as like avant-garde as that cocktail that I had. And I don't even know if they still serve it there anymore, because the last time I was there was years ago, and that's when I had this cocktail. So that was that. Do you have Sonic on there? I do not have Sonic on here, Lycos. Oh my god, how did I not think about that? Redwood, let me put the notes for the colonnade. Smoky, woodsy, perhaps something of the forest, something that tastes like a tree. Or like mushrooms. I don't know if there was a mushroom area in that game, but like, I have mushrooms here, and I haven't done anything with them. I don't, but then again, it's also kind of your stay. I love Sonic the Hedgehog. Is that a proposal, Lycos? Sonic the Hedgehog? Dude, did you see they announced Sonic X Shadow Generations? What a wild time. What a wild timeline. We are truly living in the best timeline that we get a Sonic Generations remake with Shadow. Like, that seems very, very impressive to me. I'm gonna fill up on water for a little bit. And I'm gonna fill up on water real quick. Throw your ideas out. Tell me what them ideas are. I'm curious. Whew. Alright. Feeling good now. I did said Lycos. Good. He's been playing a lot of Sonic games recently. Dude, I'm not even kidding. If you're on the YouTube side, Lycos Lore, no underscore, on YouTube has been playing a bunch of Robotech games. He has been playing a bunch of Sonic games. He played that Tacket and the Power of Juju game for some reason. And he does really good playthroughs. He's also one of my best friends. So, of course, I'm going to plug in as much as I possibly can. Right after I play with Supreme Hammy for Shadow the Hedgehog, I'm playing Sonic DX in XD right now. XD. Are you really? Are you grinding? Are you grinding? Are you grinding? Bro, are you live on YouTube right now? Are you actually? Scared me for a second, and I was like, no way, no way, no way. Anyways. But yeah, Sonic cocktails. Actually, this is not the first time that I've done research on Sonic the Hedgehog cocktails. Obviously, Sonic is going to be like blue, Knuckles is going to be like red. You got to match those colors and stuff. But somebody out there said that a Sonic is a soda and tonic. Like, a Sonic drink is a soda and tonic. It is bubbly water with quinine plus other bubbly water. In that way, it's not quite a cocktail yet, but not live, just practicing. Oh, it's all good, it's all good. Did you see the speedrun shorts that I put out there in the Discord? I thought that was pretty cool. That just randomly popped from my feed, so evidently YouTube knows what I'm into, and I'm into speed. I don't speedrun, but I like speedrunning. I like watching other people speedrun. The idea of doing it myself does not appeal to me in the least bit, but otherwise it's good. But yeah, evidently a Sonic is soda plus tonic equals Sonic. So the question is, like, what would you do that? Tonic goes super duper well with a variety of different liqueurs, a bunch of different, like, gin is most notably, the gin and tonic is a very, very popular cocktail. I'm actually just trying this Sue's tonic, which was on the back of this bottle of Sue's, a gentian liqueur. And now that I'm thinking about it, you could probably combine it with Campari. You can combine it with a bunch of different things. Ooh, espresso and tonic? That's non-alcoholic, actually, but espresso plus some tonic water is actually mighty, mighty tasty. It is a fantastic warm weather drink. And it's caffeinated. And I got a little bit of cold brew downstairs. I don't want this tonic water to go to waste. I might combine that with the coffee that I have downstairs. I'm not we're practicing that technique. It's great. How about a knuckle sandwich? Kid, I thought you had school in the morning, but you come back for more. A knuckle sandwich. I like that. That's a good one. You know who you are out there, but y'all are absolute pun maniacs, and I need to get a horn, not a party horn, none of this thing. No, none of that stuff. I need like a straight up like ivory horn so I can sound off the pun horn because I freaking love it. And I really appreciate it. And keep the puns coming. Wordplay is an excellent source of inspiration. Let me tell you that. But I do like that one. What was it? Knuckle sandwich. Kid. What about a drink themed on Robotnik or the Chaos Emeralds? Ooh! A drink for every Chaos Emerald. Ooh, corrupted. Actually, if it wasn't already, if you didn't already see it in the Discord, Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door, all the stars, every single crystal star has I would say, is getting a cocktail. They have cocktails now. They do. I just finished all of the recipes. I was putting the finishing touches on all the recipes the other night. And if you're around and you like this kind of stuff, if you were into cocktail mixology, if you're into video games, this is the right place to be. If I could ask you to do anything to keep up with everything, just gently press follow. Gently press subscribe. All it takes is a little touch. And then you'll be notified of all the different things we do around here. What we do around here is cocktail mixology and video games. Every stream, there's at least a new cocktail recipe. All of this stuff gets put in the descriptions of videos, and anything that has a lot more oomph put into it gets put up on our cocktail blog. And we're talking all the time about various other video games coming out, and various other drinks that we're imbibing, and food, and art, and whatever, in our Discord server. That's where it all ends up. That's my only plug. That's my only call to action tonight. That's all I'll leave with it there. Robotnik needs to be a flip or a fizz because he's the Eggman. That's a great idea. I love that. Robotnik / Eggman must be a flip / fizz. Something with egg. That's an excellent. That is excellent. I was browsing Twitter today. I was browsing the socials, and somebody put a few pictures up of this video game themed bar, and it had a Robotnik beverage on the wall, and I thought that was awesome. And they didn't put what the name of the bar was, and I was very disappointed. And now that I think about it, I really wish I would have just like sucked up my social anxiety and said, "What was the bar's name? Where was it? I want to go there." I should have just sucked it. I should have just swallowed it and just like gone out and did it, but I did not. And they had the two drinks that I remember. There was a Robotnik cocktail, which was I think a cherry beverage. Oh, it had Dr. Pepper in it. Dr. Robotnik. And they had an Aku Aku cocktail, which was a reference to Crash Bandicoot. I've never played Crash Bandicoot. Bailey's Cream the Rabbit. I've always hated the name Cream. Bailey's Cream the Rabbit. I've always hated Cream the Rabbit. Not Cream the Rabbit the character, the name. I'm not even gonna go into that. Something about creaming the rabbit just does not sit well with me. Kid. Excellent suggestions. What else we got over here? What else do we have for? Oh, actually, you know what? Robotnik. Like, okay, so the Eggman must be a flip or a fizz. But Robotnik has the Mean Bean Machine. Jelly beans. Jelly bean cocktail. Oh yeah, I like that one. I love that idea. Two tails, Four Loko. Oh my goodness. Cocktails. Get it? The Miles Cocktails Prower. I don't know. Kid says Four Loko. Dude, Four Loko is like straight. Oh my god. I had one Four Loko in college. Out of my entire college career, I had a single Four Loko, and I split it with Anna, and we didn't even get the whole way through it. I was already kind of. That was not drink number one for the evening. The Four Loko might have been drink number 4, and that was a lot. That was a lot. Very much so indeed. But that was wild. What are the Sonic stuff? Sonic the Hedgehog is great. Shadow. Or you could do something with like, I guess supersonic. You could take a sonic and turn it into a supersonic. The idea I had, like, I've played around, so far I have played around a little bit with clarifying, where you essentially take something and you make it clear. There's a variety of different techniques for clarifying. You can clarify using centrifuges. You could clarify using pectin, which is an enzyme that breaks pectin X, which is an enzyme that breaks down pectin, which is present in cell walls. So you can clarify fruit juices. You can use cream to bind to acids and curdle some flavors and stuff out, curdle some colors out. And I wonder if there's a means to take, essentially, if the sonic drink is one cocktail, then by clarifying it or transforming the elements of the sonic cocktail, you would get the supersonic cocktail. Those are a little more like esoteric ideas, but if supersonic could be anything, same ingredients as a sonic cocktail, but each modified to make them super quote unquote. Elevate our cocktails to the next level. Charmy Bee's Knees, classy. Classy. Charmy Bee's Knees.
I'm Charmy Bee.
Anything with bees. Anything with bees, you can use like honey. You throw honey in there. Dude, honey syrup is so easy to make. Take honey, add water to it. Easy. Exactly how you make it. And really the only reason that, if you're gonna use, I have seen recipes that use specifically honey in cocktails, unless that, in my opinion, unless that cocktail is warm enough to incorporate the honey because of heat, make a honey syrup. It's just easier to pour. First of all, it's less of a mess. If you're stirring things, if you're chilling things, if you take the honey and you just gunk it in there, it's not gonna mix with the rest of your liquid unless you stir for a long time. And you're essentially accomplishing the same thing. If you take honey, just regular honey, and you put it into a cold cocktail and you stir it, you're adding water to it anyway. You are adding dilution to it. Save yourself the trouble. Just make some syrup out of it. That would be my recommendation. Or keep doing what you're doing, because there's other aspects to using honey in a drink, and it doesn't necessarily have to just be like a part of the ingredient. There's many ways to play. So many. A vector-based one, espresso bean, the dynamite martini, bean the dynamite. Oh, I forgot about Bean the Dynamite. He was playable in Sonic, the one where you punch each other. That was on Sonic Gem Collection. I like that one. Espresso Bean the Dynamite Martini. Dude, that's a good one. Let's bring it classic. Sonic the Fighters, that was it. Sonic the Fighters. Amy Rosé, like the wine. Amy Rosé, like the wine. Like the wine. Like that one. Oh, did we have something from Corrupted? Almost missed that. Victor. Victor-based one. Vector. Vector the Crocodile. Vector. Is it Vector or Victor? Vector the Crocodile? I don't know. Very thick. Prove me wrong. The Crocodile. What would you do with a crocodile? There is, oh, actually, let me look in my recipe book. I know a cocktail related to a crocodile. I do. Why do I know this? It is a chartreuse-based cocktail. I think it is based on chartreuse. Chartreuse. What is this thing called? I'll know it when I see it. I'm looking at my recipe book. There's over 1,000 cocktails here. Manolito's Swamp Water. Manolito's is, I believe, a bar somewhere. And you can make Manolito's Swamp Water with green chartreuse, pineapple juice, lime juice, basil leaves, ice, and dry rum like Don Q or Flor de Caña. And I like the idea. I like that. I like that. Could be a riff on Manolito's Swamp Water. Because the only reason I say that is because oh, something fell. This jar has a crocodile on it. That's really the only reason that I'm saying that. Only reason. A nutty drink for Sally Acorn. Not sure because she's in the comics. Oh, it's totally valid. Sally Acorn. Nuts. What kind of nuts? You could do, honestly, I don't know of an acorn-based liqueur. That's an excellent idea. Nuts. But definitely acorns. And you know, actually, let's there is a spirit out there. There's a liqueur that you can make at home. And the only reason I say that you can make it at home is because I made it at home. This is a bottle of Nocino that I made a while ago. It is a jet black liqueur because it uses black walnuts. And I actually foraged these black walnuts from my parents' front yard once upon a time. And this thing is still going strong. I wonder if there is a sort of Nocino that you can make or some other kind of like a nut liqueur from acorns. And so, actually, I'll do a little bit of research on that. Acorn liqueur. Is that a thing? Acorn liqueur? Nixta. Nixta does acorn? No, it doesn't. That's corn. That's literally corn. Not corn. Acorn. Acorn corn. How to make homemade acorn liqueur. So that's the thing. But definitely acorns. You could do like, make your own acorn liqueur. There's plenty of ways to do that. That's a cool idea. But this Nocino is really, really tasty. It is downright cinnamon. I believe this Nocino. Actually, let me grab the recipe for y'all. It came from out of one of these books that we've got in the library. Thank you. Here we go. So, this Nocino recipe comes compliments of Kara Newman in her book Nightcap, where she describes how to create Nocino. I followed this recipe to create Nocino. It is 16 green walnuts, shelled and quartered, a zest of a lemon, peeled into strips, 1 bottle of vodka, half a cup of water, full cup of sugar, and a cinnamon stick. Place the walnuts and lemon zest in a clean sealable glass jar, cover with the vodka, seal, steep for 40 days in a cool place, and then essentially you simmer together with the water, sugar, and cinnamon stick in a saucepan, and then, you strain everything out from there. Excellent recipe. It keeps well even all this time later, and it tastes amazing. It's got a really awesome... I can't open the bottle. Oh my goodness. But it essentially tastes like a tangy walnut. Chow drink. Spin on the chi-chi. A couple cooks. Chi-chi drink. What is the chi-chi drink? How do you make a chi-chi drink? Let's open that up. What do we got? A chi-chi drink by the couples what's in a chi-chi? It's got coconut cream. It's got cherry drinking umbrellas. It's got frozen pineapple, vodka, creamy coconut, pineapple juice. That looks like a pina colada. It's a pina colada with vodka. Oh, that's a pina colada with vodka if I've ever seen it. Yeah, that's what that is. Nice recipe. Love that. This Nocino is delightful. And I'm going to take a moment to clean off this lid here because it's very sticky. Smells a little bit like walnuts. Ooh, wee. It's dry. It is sweet and cinnamon. It's got a kick to it. And it's so nutty. Honestly, my flavor palette has evolved a bit over time. And I wasn't able really to pick out the walnut notes there. Now I can. To me, a black walnut is very, very dry, and it's super, it's like tangy. It's sour. A little bit of that tanginess translates into the Nocino, and that walnut, that walnut note is very potent at the very, very end. It sticks around as if you had just eaten like an actual walnut, and it's delicious. Instead of the armadillo, mighty the amaretto. These are good ones. You said it was chow drink based on a modified pina colada called a chi-chi. I was thinking of Dragon Ball when you mentioned chi-chi. At Kid, you had mighty the amaretto instead of the armadillo. Also Kid. Let me do a little bit of cleanup with this Nocino container. I like things that are not difficult to open. So I tend to gravitate towards things like that. Get a little bit of water. Just kind of rub the top of this. Just to try and dissolve any of that sugar we have at the top. Hopefully without spilling shit on ourselves. A cursed hot dog drink. Going for chili dogs. Chili dogs, a hot dog infused whiskey cocktail? Chicago hot dog specifically. Dude, have you ever had a Chicago hot dog? I got a friend. We got some friends who live in Chicago. And when we went to go visit them in Chicago, we had Chicago hot dogs. And you know what's special about the Chicago dogs? got the relish. It's got the green dyed relish. And it is delightful. There's also other stuff that goes onto it there. It's not just the artificially dyed relish. It's delicious. I loved it. Lycos Low Brain hot dogs? Are they Chicago dogs? I love that though. Honestly, you can infuse spirits with anything. You can infuse them with botanicals, you can infuse them with herbs, you can infuse one spirit with the botanicals used to make another spirit, to make that spirit taste like the other spirit, and you can also stick meat in, well, on alcohol. You could technically stick your meat in alcohol, and oh my god, actually, that reminds me of something. Sorry, I just realized, if you were at my bar, I would not be rubbing my eyes. That was disgusting of me. I would like to acknowledge that right up front. That was disgusting. Let me wash my hands. That was disgusting. Oh, I did that. It would be just like me to get alcohol in my eyes and then subsequently hurt myself, because that's just how things go around here. Are we really willing to infuse a spirit with hot dog water for views? Yes, Corrupted Jasper. Absolutely, we would. Actually, I have, in the closet, is bacon washed bourbon. Whew, it's smoky. It tastes like bourbon. Who knew? I'm tossing this book back down there. Back into the library you go. But that is totally an idea. What is he? A chili dog. Chili dog. Chili dog. Chili dog based cocktail. Steep the dog in the fire water. Steep the dog. Excuse me. Steep the dog in the fire water. Excuse me. Wow. Oh my goodness gracious. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. There we go. Get on down there. Glizzy water. Penicillin plus glizzy hot dog water. Oh my goodness. What does a penicillin cocktail have? I don't recall what that is off the top of my head. Penicillin is... Penicillin, Scotch whiskey, lemon juice, honey water, and ginger juice. Ginger juice! I love that idea. I have let's see, I have some Scotch whiskey. Is it actually, this is, that Scotch whiskey I have down there is a single malt. It is not blended. Well, actually, I could be wrong about that. Wait a minute. Single malt means it's one malt, but does it mean... I think that means that it's not blended. I only just recently read the small thing in the Death & Co book about the different types of Scotch whiskies. I haven't got anything farther past that yet. But that's an interesting one. What is that in reference to, kid? The penicillin plus glizzy hot dog water. The glizzy water. I'm gonna put a little note there. Glizzy water? Because like hot dogs? Penicillin in the water? Is that the joke? Would we put antibiotics in the water? That's a terrifying idea, but I dig it. But yeah, we here at the bar with an X, we have indeed infused bacon grease, bacon fat with bourbon, and it's pretty good. It is pretty good. I wouldn't. It's been a while since I've tried it, so those exact flavor notes are a little hard to piece out for me right now. But yeah, that'll make an appearance. Fat washing, excellent.
Good night.
Good night, my love.
Night, chat.
Good night, Anna. I'll see you later. I'll probably be I'll be finished up here in about 15 minutes or so. I'll be ending up there. You'll need meds after you have glizzy hot dog water. Oh, that's the joke. You need to be medicated after that. Yeah, no, I can understand that. I've lived in Philly long enough to know that you if those hot dogs are made with water from the Schuylkill River, you should probably see a doctor. It's not just for your benefit. It's for the benefit of everybody else. You don't want to be spreading that weird stuff. I swear that people get mutated by swimming in that water. I don't know why they do.
They have people that swim in
yeah, they do. Yeah, it's true. So we're doing great so far. We have chat. I'm getting to the end of my limits here. I'm getting to the end of my my wheelhouse here. I don't even know how to speak anymore. I had a single cocktail this evening, but so far, based off of more or less your contributions alone, with a couple of sprinkles by myself, we have ideas for Sonic the Hedgehog cocktails. We have ideas for Kingdom Hearts cocktails. We've got ideas for Team Fortress 2 cocktails. We got some Legend of Zelda cocktails in there. We got a Street Fighter cocktail in there. Kirby cocktails. We got a bunch of other stuff as well. A bunch of other random things in there. I'm only going to be going for like another 15 or so minutes, but the idea of this stream is to more or less collect your thoughts and your suggestions on what kind of cocktails you'd like to see come out of the bar with the next. This is more or less a community-run endeavor. Aside from the things that come up from my own mind. But, I mean, I suffer from my own biases, and I like to check those biases by checking with everybody else, because then we truly become metropolitan and global-minded individuals. That and, like, there are games out there that I wouldn't even think of playing because I just have a very dense mind, and I tend to be very tunnel-visioned and one-track-minded. So, this is to check ourselves off. So these contributions are like, there has been so many contributions so far this evening in just the 2.5 or so hours that we've been doing. So thank you everybody for your contributions so far. If you want to continue contributing, you can DM me directly. We have a Discord server. I am on pretty much every social media that I'm aware of, whether that be on the Reddits or the Twitters or the Facebooks or the Twitches or the everything. So if you have suggestions for what you'd like to see, I believe I'm at CameroxnWithAnX on all of the socials. So feel free to send me a message, send me a tag. I want to know what's on your mind, because the funnest part about this for me is the more or less let the creation go wild. So I love this. That's great. Mind Eraser, says Kid Sandin. BG3 Mind Eraser to the Mind Flayers. I had my Baldur's Gate one all the way at the bottom. So that's a category now. We had you originally. Oh, you are the one who suggested Boulevardier's Gate. I love a Boulevardier. Those are downright delicious. But you were saying Mind Eraser, Mind Flayer. I like that. MySpace? I'm not on MySpace. I am too young for that. What's my Zanga? What is a Zanga? Okay, I'm apparently not on all. You've age checked me on that one. I don't know what a Zanga is. I do know what MySpace is, but I do not have a MySpace. BG3, a vampire-themed drink and other D&D cocktails. Something vampire-themed? Something vampire-themed? Actually, you know what's cool? I have a whole book on D&D themed. Actually, I have 2 books on D&D themed cocktails. Oh my goodness. Here, actually, let me pull those out for you. I have two whole books on D&D themed cocktails. One is Mystic Libations by Trader Brandon and Todd Stashwick. Excellent book. A lot of really good drinks in here. And then we have Dungeon Meister, a drink meister's guide. Mystic Libations goes into more detail than Dungeon Meister does. Dungeon Meister, I feel like, is a little more tame compared to Mystic Libations. I would recommend Mystic Libations. I haven't gone through Dungeon Meister enough yet to specifically recommend it, but Mystic Libations, for the nerds out there, for the D&D tabletop players, yes, dude. Yes, dude, indeed. Oh, also Heroes of Arcadia. It comes with a Liquornomicon. It's a board game. It's great. Excellent game. Comes with its own cocktails, recipes, and everything. Flappy Yellowbird. Oh, look at that. Flappy Bird. This was Kid. This was Vampire Thing was at Corrupted. Let's see. We had Flappy Yellowbird. Or like the Jungle Bird. Riffing on Jungle Bird, maybe? Kiad. Sangria for Fruit Ninja. One themed after a magic user should totally include Fireball, obviously. Fireball, or like Lightning Bolt. When I think of magic, I think of sparkly things. But when I think of magic, I think of Luster Dust, because Luster Dust is pretty and it makes things look sparkly. That's what I think of when I think of magic. Let's see. I was at the bottom of this list? Yeah, I'm at the bottom of the list. Great. Great. Alright, cool. Have you got any last minute ideas around here? I'll admit, I'm getting really tired. I'm getting really tired. I'm reaching my end here. I apologize for that. But when your body says it's time to stop, it's time to stop. A BG3 cocktail based on Gale needs to be wine based. I don't know who Gale is. Is that a character in the game? It's his go-to. Oh, okay. Gale cocktail inspired by Gale must be wine based. By corrupted. He's a nuclear bomb. He's a weapon? Interesting. He's my favorite nerdy nuclear bomb. I don't know what that means. Not current. Well, corrupted. He's a nuclear bomb. I don't know what that term means. When we doing BG3? That'd be a while, man. Dude, BG3's a... If you guys can commit to playing Baldur's Gate 3 with me, at least once, twice a week, we'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. Gotta be committed to it. 8 o'clock p.m. Mondays and Wednesdays. That's when we do these streams. And y'all gotta be there. No sick days. Shakes my head. Cameron's clearly anti-Mistra. I don't know what this means. I don't know what any of these things means. I haven't played Baldur's Gate yet. Just for that, I'm adding Mistra. I don't even know what it is. I don't even know. Why can't I click backspace? Oh, there we go. Mistra? No, not Mistra. Oh, it is just Mistra, not Mistral. I bet. What? After what she did, we should all be anti-Mistra. I don't understand this joke. Hey, Cameron, why don't you get with it? Get with it? Is that also a joke? Did you misspell that on purpose, kid? I don't understand the reference, but please keep throwing them at me. This is hilarious. I'm laughing on the inside. Are you laughing on the outside? Very funny stuff. Gif yank? Gif yank? Gif yank? BG3? I'm not hip with the kids. I'm not a child! Vlaskins will be... Vlakits? I can't read that from here. I gotta get my glasses. I can't read what that says. I'm too old. I'm just copying and pasting whatever the heck that word is. There we go. I don't even know what it is. He's still just playing Tetris and thinking Pong is 10 out of 10. I mean, I don't think Pong is that enticing of a game. I love Tetris, though. Y'all ever play that board game Blockus? Game's the shit. I suck at that game. I used to be really good at it. I used to be really, really good at Blockus. Not anymore. Nope, not anymore. Nope, I suck at the game. Why do you keep crashing on me? For some reason, my iPad will keep crashing. I freaking hate Apple devices. Android power user for life. Super user Android for life, dude. For life. For freaking life. The soundtrack slaps. Tetris wouldn't be a bad idea. The soundtrack slaps. Where's my kazoo? Where's the kazoo at? Cameron, where'd you put the damn kazoo? I know where the kazoo is. Don't threaten me with a good time. Where's this freaking kazoo? Why do I always lose the damn kazoo? This is impossible. I can't believe I do this to myself. How do I... Wait, I found it. Hold on. Wait. There it is. Love Tetris. That slaps. I'm clearly a bard, obviously. Have you guys played Tetris 2 Electric Boogaloo? Shut up. Get out of here. What was this? You forced me to play with you? Did I force you to play Tetris like this? Did I really? I'm so sorry to have to subject you to that type of torture. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize I did that to somebody. So young and innocent. Wow, I'm sorry, Lycos. Get it? Bar de. Oh, I forced you to play Blocus. Oh yeah, you probably deserved it. Alright, y'all. Last call. Let's make some cocktail decisions. Let's mix drinks and change lives. Valhalla is an excellent game, and I can't believe that nobody has said it until now, so. Oh, that's all caps, baby, dude. Valhalla. Literally all of the drinks from this game. And there's like 20-something of them. They're so good. Ithbank BG3. Monster Hunter cocktails. Someone needs to make Ian innkeeper in D&D based on Chimera. I don't know what this means. I'm actually, you know what? CameroxnWithAnX is actually already in a D&D campaign. I don't mean like me as a player character. Like, this is in a D&D campaign. This right here. And I couldn't have been more in love with it. I love it. Monster Hunter cocktails? Monhun? Monster Hunter? Monster Hunters? I need more depth than that. It's been a hot minute since I've played Monster Hunter, and I only played Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. That is all I did. So that somebody's gonna need to throw me some more bones up it. Ithbank translates to orc piss. Oh. Ithbank. Ithbank translates to orc piss. Kid. I've learned that from you. That's exactly what I was talking about. Like, make your internet persona as an innkeeper in D&D. He's actually a tavern keeper, and he's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. It's great. Actually, we play it on Roll20, and there's four members in our party, and the four of us have like our character like faces and stuff. And whenever Tavern Keeper Cameron is on the board, it's just a little thing with my face on it. It's great. I love it. I like it when my character talks to me as a character. It is really funny. And I will say, our DM does a pretty good impression. I'm just saying, because he voices all the NPCs. High proof of a hero. Love that. Night for reals now. All right. I salute you, kid. You have brought many a suggestion upon us, and we have been graced by it. So thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your night. And study well for school in the morning, if that's even if that's really your real occupation. Elatrion can control all elements in Monster Hunter. Interesting. Is that a monster? Where's my Monster Hunters? There you are. You're down there. Let's scroll that up a little bit. Elatrion. Autocorrect. How are you doing? Elatrion controls all of the elements. Elatrion is a black dragon. Oh. Elatrion is also an dragon that is black. In color alone. Ooh, actually, before I go to this kid, do something Hungry Hippos theme. I don't know where to go with that. I love it. That's to be fair. To be fair, there is a distinct lack of board games on here, and those are also an option. Totally down for that. DeVilho is always hungry and is commonly called a pickle. Ooh, riff on a pickleback? Please let me, Twitch, can you please let me scroll for once? Thank you. DeVilho, the pickle monster. Pickle me monster. Deviljo, the Deviljo, personified as a dinosaur pickle. Love that. Corrupted has made that suggestion, and then same with the Elatrion. I don't know why I want to do French with that. I don't really know why. Fatalis is infamous for being a symbol of destruction and the hardest monster in the universe. Fatalis is the hardest monster ever. There's an elder Pickle Rickback. The Pickle Rickback. That's a TV show. I don't do pickle. I don't do that. I'll branch out to that eventually. I'm gonna be the video game guy. Once we get some more ex-bartenders around here, we can branch out to anime shows and whatnot. I love that. Be big, awesome bar with an X. So much bar with an X. All day, 20 more seasons bar with an X. It's gonna be great. You're gonna love it. You're gonna be there, Morty. There's an Elder Dragon based solely in ice powers, and Kulve Taroth is completely covered in gold. So we got Ice Dragon, Kulve Taroth. Taroth is liquid gold! Or just gold. Just gold. Actually, all these Monster Hunter was, like, Corrupted is completely carrying this. You get the full credit for that one. Orange Tic-Tac-Toe. What? That's also a board game. Tic-Tac-Toe. Specifically Tic-Tac-Toe. You want to play Tic-Tac-Toe? I have a board behind me. You play Tic-Tac-Toe all we want to. That's a legit board game. Alright, y'all. We are slowly but surely approaching the 3-hour mark for this stream. I see Corrupted saying, unfortunately for the monsters, it's easier for me to show rather than tell. That's fair. I mean, if you got links to all this stuff, like, you can put links in chats here. If you want to make sure that I see anybody who's out there, so long as you're on the Twitch side, I haven't gotten to work with the YouTube stuff yet. If you do !suggest, I will get a message specifically with what you just said, and the time that you said it. So I will not forget about it. So if you suggest that, I will be messaged about that. Well, technically the mods on the Discord are messaged. There's a channel specifically for that. Animal Crossing New Horizon. Oh, Animal Crossing. That's a good idea. They actually, I've seen somebody else do. There's a tropical drink in that game, and somebody did a really good rendition of it. If I find that, I will also try to post that in the Discord because I know I was on top of it. There was something else that I was supposed to put in the Discord if I remember, and it was whoever does that really awesome cake. It is they are another creator on here, I think connected to us Twitch tenders in some way. And she does cakes. And I think they're really, really cool. Really cool. But yeah, I think y'all, that was excellent. That was absolutely wonderful. I am more or less calling it a night here because I'm getting mad tired, and it's not just these streams that I do. A lot of this show is more or less run single-handedly. So there's more stuff to do after the fact. I work late, and that's why I have usually I have these cocktails to facilitate the rest of the evening. But I have that thing, and it is still a cocktail, and we can always make some more. Obviously, I can always make for myself. So to everybody out there, that was great. That was wonderful. This has been an excellent workshopping session. I want to give some special thanks to everybody out there who gave ideas. That includes Kid Sandin. We had suggestions from Imi Chow. We had suggestions from Corrupted Jasper. Some suggestions for Lycos Lore. There might have been more people in here, obviously including myself, but there was a lot of... More Than Awesome was also giving suggestions. Even Anna popped in to give some suggestions, and I want to try to make sure I got everybody who gave a suggestion. I think that might have been everybody. I know Life in Croydon was also here for a little while. I might just be missing it here, but you might have said something too. Actually, there was a suggestion that was made. I think Life in Croydon, it's not reflected in my list, but Life in Croydon also did a suggestion, and that is in my messages somewhere. So this has been a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed this. So what this will do will give me a little bit more material to work with to figure out what kind of games we'll be playing for more or less the duration of the year, what we'll be doing in the future, maybe some one-off things that'll happen. And that's it. That's all I got for you here. So thank you, everybody. This has been a lot of fun. This was a lot of fun. That was great. It was a lot more fruitful than I thought it was going to be. And there's almost, I feel like there's at least 100 different ideas on here now, which is great. So to anybody out there catching the VOD after the fact, maybe you missed the live stream here, but fret not. I am reachable on most forms of social media, which you can see right over there. It's the same handle. It's at CameroxnWithAnX. Or you can pop on here. If you're on the Twitch side, feel free to slide in with a follow. If you're on the YouTube side, feel free to slide in with a subscription. If cocktails and video games are your thing, the combinations thereof. Yes, there are also non-alcoholic options. I don't usually make those, but I'm always thinking about those. It's just tough to get your hands on some of those non-alcoholic ingredients before they spoil. And that's the only time that I will defend myself on that. But to everybody out there, I am always reachable. You can pop in the Discord for more suggestions and continue making these things. I have a list. It's a big one, and I keep it updated. more or less anytime I get suggestions. Starting now. Not previously. It was very hard to index on before, but now we have databases for this stuff, and it makes it easier for the mixology guy who does it. Glycos says, see you around, bro. We'll be in touch. Thanks for the stream. Thank you, Lycos Lore, and thank you to everybody else who is out there. No matter where you are, if the sun is shining where you are, may you have a wonderful rest of your morning. If the moon is shining where you are, may you have a wonderful rest of your nights, like it will be for me. Dawn, noon, twilight, it is 5 o'clock somewhere, so feel free to treat yourself. And we'll see you next time at the Bar with an X. So long, everybody. Until then, y'all. Oh, wait, before I go, actually, bar stream, Wednesday, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 7 cocktails. We're closing out Paper Mario and the 1,000-Year Door. And I will announce our next stream. Our next game series. That's all I've got. Okay, bye.